Click here to start streaming. There we go. All right. Okay. Oops. That noise. Okay, there we go. All right. Okay. Thank you. Okay, y'all. Can y'all hear me? Thank you, Nikki. Okay. Can you hear me though? Can everybody hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. Hi Brenda. Hello, Leslie. Okay, I just want to make sure that everybody can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me, people. Hi, Kathleen. Oh, excuse me. You hear me? Oh, yay! What? I'm feeling cold. Yes. Mandy Majestic. Dr. V, hello. Mandy's Majestic Spirits, good evening. Well, for me, it's good morning. Joshua Robinson. Thank you. That is very generous of you. TSC, hi. Texas Patriots, good to see you here. Amber Rinaldi, echoes bad. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm gonna open the door or crack my balcony door. Okay. All right. I opened the balcony door a crack, so hopefully that'll help. But I'm sorry, Amber. Like I've said, I'm in a completely different environment, and I have no control over my environment. I don't have my usual stuff, So okay, okay. Wanda Caldwell, hello. Yes. Love B and Grams, hello. Kathleen, I hope it's a little better. I'm going to kind of modulate my voice a bit because somebody told me when I speak loudly, it kind of echoes even more. So maybe you all need to adjust your volumes. And again, I apologize, okay? You were spot on about summer. Burks, thank you. Oh, thank you. Love B and Grams, thank you. Dr. V, thank you for doing this. I worry about Little Monkey, yeah. And I think when I had mentioned what I had, let me take off my glasses. When I had mentioned what I was going to schedule, the schedule was, I think I had said his name wrong, his last name. I think I had said Vaughan. That's because I had written it down wrong. I had written it down as Vaughan, and I was trying to say it the way I'd written it. But Texas Patriot corrected me, and I said, well done, because I right. Hey, I mean, how can we have the Real Tarot 1123 reading without me goofing up somewhere in pronunciation or gabbing or going off on a rant, right? Crack the closet too. Oh, okay. Well, let's see. Okay. I do have a big old closet over here that is absolutely, well, okay, there. All right. Amanda, hello. Hello, Sherilyn. Unfading cold, that's better, thank you. All right. Yes, Burks, thank you, my pleasure as always. We Scottish chick, hi, it was my birthday on the 2nd of September. Oh, happy birthday. Oh, okay, sorry, you retracted your message. All right, y'all, I have my, what is the time for me now? It is 5:27 a.m. where I'm at. So here you go. I have my, what does it say? Happy birthday. No, it's not my birthday. It's not even my cup, but I made it my cup now. Okay. I was like, I need something. As soon as, my problem is as soon as I wake up in the morning, I need a cup of coffee or a cup of tea. I just have to. And if I don't, then I get all cranky. But you know what they say, even if it is just 1 cup of caffeine that you have to have a day, and if you don't have it, you feel a certain kind of way. They say that equates to addiction. So I suppose I'm addicted to coffee, right? Okay, to all those of you people who were asking, Kirtana, where are you at? I didn't want to give out too much information simply because, I'm trying to maintain a little bit of privacy as far as my life is concerned, and, all that kind of good stuff. So I was thinking about it. I said, does it really matter, like, for people? I mean, what are they going to do, right? So yes, I was in France for a couple, 2 weeks before I headed out here, and from here I'm going back to France, and then from there I'm going back to the US. Somebody, Cheryl Schofner, thank you, Sherilyn, I hope I said your name right. Linda Jensen, hello from New Zealand, hello. Fabiola Flores, hello Fabiola, good to see you. Afro-Human, good to see you. There are things worse to be addicted to, yeah, I kid you not. Or bad, good morning. My birthday is soon, September 22nd, okay. So as usual, y'all, and of course to continue on that conversation, I 2 weeks in France, and now I'm in India, in the southern part of India, and then I'm going back to France and then back to Texas. So that's going to be fun. And for all of those people who are like, where are you from and what is your ethnicity and all, to be honest with you, of course, here we go, a rant, right? Let me put this here so we can see me, right? There we go. That doesn't help, does it? All right, there we go. For all of those people, like, who ask, where are you from, and what is your ethnicity, when did you come to the United States and all that. I have always been the kind of person who kind of gets annoyed when people ask me that question. And let me explain, okay? Let me explain why. To me, come on, door, stay open. Oh, excuse me, y'all. Oh, let's do this so it doesn't bang open. Okay, so let me explain why I kind of get annoyed. Let me also check on these messages. Safe travels, thank you. But I'm going to be here in India for another couple, 2-3 weeks, and then I'm headed back home. Burks, are you a Virgo? No, I'm not a Virgo. I'm a Virgo, and we are super sensitive to energy. No, I'm not a Virgo. I'm a Sagittarius, actually. So there we go. So the reason I get annoyed, and I've always been like this, okay, always, is because does it really matter where we're from? Like, here's what my standard dialogue used to be when I was in when I used to work, right? I mean, I still work, but years and years ago, like, whenever, actually all through my career, when people would ask me questions like, where are you from? I would always be from my mom and dad, okay? And I get one or two reactions. One would be, ha 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 ha, and the other would be like, okay, that straight face, that, and then the ones who would laugh, they would probably get the message that she doesn't want to discuss it, and they would leave. And the ones who were surprised, who didn't know what to make of that answer, would also shush. The reason I used to say that is, look, I never ask such personal questions, never. Oh, where do you work at? Where do you live? Like, when you interact with people on a daily. This is different because, for readings and all, people want to know where I live. So I said, yes, in Texas. So that's different. That's not what I mean. Like, on a daily interaction, oh, where do you live? Where do you work? And what's even worse is, do they pay you well there? Or how much do you earn? I'm like, dude, what? Dude, that. I'm like, hush, like, what does it matter to you? Why do you want to know? And secondly, look, you're a stranger to me. You seriously think I'm going to be discussing all these personal things with you? I may never see you again. I may not care to see you again. You may never see me again. You may not care to see me again. So why do you have to have all this information? Like, why? And I also feel that we tend to kind of, let's face it, y'all, it's a fact of life, okay? We've all done it at some point in time, right? One way or the other. We kind of want to compartmentalize people. We kind of want to profile people. We all do. I mean, let's be honest with you. One way, shape, or form or the other, we all do, right? We profile people. For some reason, the human brain is wired such that we feel like when we profile people, we feel like we kind of know them, and that familiarity is a little bit comforting in a twisted way. I hope you understand what I'm saying. Because as human beings, for the most part, there is this great fear of the unknown. Because, wait, who's that? Top chat, who is that? I hope I thanked you. I hope I thanked you. Oh, I don't know, top chat. I think I did. Thank you so much, though. Yeah, it works. It's none of their business. Oh, you were taking your contacts out, girl. Let me tell you, I can go into a whole other rant and rave regarding contact lenses. Okay. Let's put this back up over top. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to adjust this thing. So, there. Okay. There. So now I can see everything. So I would be like, you know, it should be none of our business. And it's the fear of the unknown. It's the fear of not knowing, right? Because if we don't know who that person is, it kind of puts us in a slightly negative situation, a slightly weaker position. And as human beings, we don't like that. We always want to be on the same level or on top. Another question I used to get all the time, y'all, I come from the financial services sector, okay, non-banking financial services. That's the forte of my training and my education, etc. And I loved it, okay. And I'm not afraid to say I used to kick butt and take names, because I never thought of myself as a woman in an industry that is predominantly male. Now, for all those people who are much younger than me, I mean, I am 54 years old, so you kind of figure out, you know, when during the beginning of my career and all that was what, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, whatever that time thing is. So, did I say 54 years old? No, 54 years of age. That's better, because what is old, right? What is old? What age is old? So anyhow, people, I remember making presentations like, I mean, clearly I'm not Caucasian, clearly I'm a woman, and clearly I have a different accent, you know, because I never studied in the United States. All my studies was overseas, because my parents were like, you need to go overseas and you need to study, you need to educate, you need to get a global, even in their age, when I was growing up, my parents were always like, look, home is going to be home, right? But you need to go out and explore, because those life experiences that you get is going to help you tremendously. And I didn't mind, because as an only child, and my brain is also like that, I want to go out, I want to see things, I want to enjoy things. And also my family background, my father's brothers and sisters, my mom's brothers and sisters, we are a global family. My grandparents on both sides used to be like that. In fact, on my father's side, my granddad studied law in England, and my grandmother, she went to Switzerland to finishing school. I mean, it's that kind of, so go figure, okay? So we as a family, you know, going back to my father's generation also, we are a global family. My dad's brothers and sisters, they all went overseas and they studied. I think there was only one, the youngest one, who they kept in India because he was the, you know, the baby of the family. So the same thing with my kids, right? I'm like, go out and study. Germany, UK, my youngest son, he did his, mechatronics engineering in England, Liverpool University. And of course now he's going to Germany for his master's. He went to Germany for his master's. And of course it was kind of stalled because of all this, and then he took a break and shoulder surgery and yeah, all that good stuff. But he's made it very clear that he's very European. He is like slam dunk European. I've told him so many times, why don't you come to America? He says, no, Mom, I think I'm more European. So, I mean, no offense to any specific country or a culture or a political thing, but he's more like that. My oldest son, however, he did his bachelor's in logistics and business finance and his master's, and he kind of travels all over. And he's like a hardcore, like, totally into business and travel and doing all of that, an entrepreneur. He's doing very well for himself, knock on wood. That's going off the tangent. So there you have a little information about me, right? So when I used to go to these meetings and all that, I would be making all these presentations to people, right? These banking bigwigs or to these companies, CFOs or CTOs or CEOs or whatever you want to call them. And I remember there was this one company I went to in Indiana. Okay, of course I'm not going to mention the name, but this stands out the most. So, I mean, this was like, I think about, their revenue was about $70-80 million a year was their revenue. So it's not like a itty-bitty company, but then again, it's not like a gigantic company either. And I'm making this presentation, y'all, okay? And you know how, think about all these guys like leaning back in their chairs, their crossed legs, and a couple of them were of course smoking too. And out of the blue, one fellow, he pops up and he says, I have a question. I always ask, do you have any questions? And this is so bizarre. And he said, where do you go shop for clothes? Think about it. Just imagine the scenario, okay? Think about it. And it completely caught me off guard. And I just looked at him and I said, ask me that question after I'm done with the presentation, because I was like, what? Moved on. Then the chief financial officer, who at that time was taking home a pretty decent chunk of change, a couple $1 million a year, he pops up and he says, Miss Reddy, did you have to go to school to learn English before you came to the United States? And I was like, oh my goodness, y'all. I was like, in that fraction of a second, my immediate reaction in my mind was, dude, I just want to reach out and smack you in the nutsacks, right? Or rather kick you in the nutsacks. And it was like, I just looked at him and I said, why do you ask? And he goes, no, I was just curious to know. I said, no, English is my first language. And I just left it at that. Now here's the kicker. Believe it or not, at the end of the little presentation, the meeting, the whatever, the fellow, he asked me, where do you shop or buy clothes? Remember, I had said, ask me that question later, and I said that to buy time because I was like, what? He actually stopped me and he said, where do you shop for clothes? And I asked him, I said, why? Do you have any recommendations? Or does your wife work in any particular departmental store where, you're making just a suggestion, because I'm not from Indiana, I'm from South, right? And at that time, I used to live in California. I moved to Texas from Southern California 5 years ago. So there you go, a little bit more information about me. And so I asked him that question and he goes, no, I like what you've been wearing, because this whole project ran for about 12, 13 business days. He says, I like what you've been wearing. I've been watching what you've been wearing and you're a very well-dressed woman. You can take this 20 different ways. We can go into inappropriate conversations, okay? It depends on who you are or, whatever. All right, excuse me. Or you can say this is sexual harassment. Or you could say, none of your effing business type of thing. Like you can, depending on your time, the way, your mind frame or whatever, you can react 20 different ways and you wouldn't be wrong. And I smiled very sweetly at him and I said, thank you so much. That is very kind of you and a very generous compliment. Now, Mr. So-and-so, I'll see you tomorrow, right? Tomorrow's the decision-making day. And I turned and I walked away. So what I'm trying to say, I need to read those comments because I see a lot of comments here. Tracy with slash n. That's interesting. I think some people are curious and they just don't know how to ask. That's true, right? That's true. You look like you buy your clothes at Macy's. Leslie Theunissen says, haha. Embrace says, you look like you buy your clothes. Listen, let's just say I pay for my clothes, okay? Whether I buy from Macy's or Nordstrom's or Dillard's or Saks or Bloomingdale's or online or whatever. But I'll tell you one though. Yeah, Creeper, thank you. I'll tell you one thing though. I have never tried, these websites, Shein and Romwe or something. A lot of people talk about it and put it on Instagram and all that. I don't see myself buying clothes from there because I kind of don't think I personally, you do you, boo, right? For me, I don't think those clothes are necessarily my cup of tea. And secondly, I'm 5 feet 10 inches, okay, in my socks. So I'm concerned about whether the length is appropriate. For me, that was always a struggle in life, right? Because my inseam, here we go, TMI, trousers and stuff, and I wear heels. Y'all, I'm one of those chicks who I have 4 or 5 inches. 5 inches is the most. Platform heels. I don't care. Like, heels were made for tall girls, y'all. And you know who told me that? Here's a story, okay? Way back when. When I had first started working and all that stuff as a child, as a teenager, a tween. So I'd collected a whole bunch of money and I was all excited and I wanted to go shop with my own money. And so I remember growing up seeing my mom and her sisters and all go shopping. And when they used to go shopping, they used to dress up to go shopping. That era, right? I mean, of course, these days you see people out and about in jammies shopping. I'm not saying that's good or bad, but times have changed, right? Society has changed. So I did go, and I remember, y'all, they used to if your kids had anything to eat or whatever, they would make us throw it in the trash before we entered the store, and we would get yelled at that we don't touch anything, you better behave yourself or else, that was like that thing, don't go touching things, no running around in the stores. And we see that happen these days, and parents don't check their kids. They think it's like like a play area for kids, but think about it, it's merchandise, y'all. I mean, the companies, yeah, they're making money, what's wrong with that? But if you go and have your kids put sticky fingers or eat or drink something and chocolatey and go touch those things and wipe your hands and that, doesn't that leave and that's a write-off for them? They have to throw it away. They're not going to go and dry clean it and put it back on the rack. I mean, think about those things. Anyhow, so I went to a store and I bought a pair of slingback heels. It was a kind of a olivey green. It was kind of, I still remember that. And it was just 2.5, 3 inches, right? So I'd gone to the store to buy these shoes, and I remember the salesman, I was like, I want flats, and he's like, why? Is it for you or for somebody else? And I said, no, it's for me. And he said, heels were made for tall girls. Don't ever hesitate to buy heels. And I didn't think at that time, even though I was much younger, and of course my aunt was there with me, it wasn't like I went to the store alone. She just smiled. I think he said that. To me, it felt like that was a genuine comment. He wasn't saying that to push that product and to make me buy it. I didn't get that sense. And I was so excited, and I bought that, and I came home, and my aunt was like telling my mom what happened. And my mom was like, do you like it? Are you going to wear it? I said, yeah, I'm going to wear it. And she said, where are you going to wear it to? I said, Ma, take me somewhere. I want to wear my heels. So anyhow, it doesn't matter to me, right, where you shop or how much you paid for your clothes or whatever. It really doesn't matter. But the thing is, how much curiosity is too much curiosity? How much inquisitiveness is too much inquisitive? At what point do you draw the line and say, look, back off, buddy, right? So, of course, these days you'll be like, a creep factor, and yeah, I could have reacted and I could have blown a gasket and yelled and screamed and ranted at him. But then I figured, I'm never going to see this dude again in my life. It don't matter to me because I'm going to finish tie up the project, we get the contract, and I'm out of there. Really, who cares? Like, whatever, dude. But I do get asked that question a lot, even now. Where are you from? And random people, man. I went to the hair salon before all this COVID business hit, before the pandemic hit, and I had just walked in, and the gentleman, the hairdresser, he goes, oh, I like your tan. Which tanning salon did you go to? And I just looked at him and I said, I don't go to a tanning salon. And he's like, oh, where are you from? And I just said, I'm here for an appointment. Can I see so and so? And then I think he realized I didn't want to discuss it. He just kept quiet. So I'm going to stop gabbing. This door closed again. Let me open it. Prop it open this time properly. All right. All right, let's get on with the reading, right? Because I've spent so much time gabbing already. One last look at the comments and then I'll get started. Let me see. Tracy, yes, wait. Right, remember them days and hearing my grandma talk about it being the highlight of a week to get dressed up and go shopping. I remember my parents getting dressed up and going on airplane rides, or not rides, travel, right? Michael Vaughan's Facebook page today. There was a fake ransom note, so what? Kim Claflin, yes, Kim Claflin says Michael Vaughan's Facebook page today. There was a fake ransom note, so disgusting. I wonder, I don't know, let's see. Hey girl, Embrace says I love pajamas. Hey, listen. Whatever makes you happy, whatever makes you, happy. Nothing wrong with pajamas, no discrimination there at all. I was just thinking about this yesterday. Since I'm traveling, obviously my wardrobe is limited, right? And so it's not really hot actually. It's not as hot as Texas. I hear Texas was about 100, 102, at least around the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex the past week or couple of days or whatever. Here it's been probably 80, 85. And I'm recording this from a residence and I'm like, I'm just going to wear what's comfortable. So, yeah, I mean, whatever rocks your boat. What is that? Wait, hey from UK, hello, I like my PJs. Yeah. I dress for, Grace Green says, I dress for comfort, not a spring chicken anymore. I hear you. Oh my God, yeah, we Scottish chick says my poor 6-year-old has to wear a mask in the classroom, but when they go outside they can take it off. It does make sense. Honey, and the way I was raised, I would wear PJs out shopping. Hey girl, Mandy's Majestic Spirits. Like it's like, it's just the way times have changed. I'm not dissing it. I am not dissing it. I'm just saying, old school, new school, right? I mean, some of us like, hey, listen, like I said, some of us who have grown up in a particular kind of, what's the word? I'm not even going to say values because dressing in PJs is not any less of a value per se. But the way you were brought up and raised, as opposed to the way every generation is brought up and raised, and evolution of society, evolution of thought processes and people, the way they think and all that, it is what it is. I personally, I don't wear jammies and go out when I go. Jammies are for home, probably because of old school thinking. But if I see somebody, I don't go, oh, I'm like, girl, you wear what you want to wear. Like, it don't matter to me. How does it matter to me at all? So that's what I'm trying to say. Please don't think that I get offended. I'm one of those people who turns their noses up and all that stuff. But on the other hand, I would say there are some people, as we know, with their butt cheeks hanging out of their shorts and all, and I'm like, come on, cover it up. Like, really, I mean, do you think it's sexy? I mean, seriously, do you think it's sexy? And this is, again, a little bit conservative thinking from my part. If any guy is walking around with somebody whose butt cheeks are hanging out of their shorts and they think it's sexy, I'm going to say, I'm going to question that guy's mind. That's me. Again, that's because I'm a little bit conservative as far as certain things are concerned. The way I was raised, the way I'm wired. When my kids, and I'm going to stop after this, but my kids, when I was raising them, I mean, you never stop raising your kids in the sense that you're always going to be the parent, right? At the time when they used to have these pants, I think these kids wear these days too, with the pants hanging almost at their knees. And my younger son, more so than the older one, the younger one, he was wanting jeans like that. And we went shopping, and this is probably 12 years ago. And I said, buy whatever you want. So he went and tried all this and he came out and I wasn't paying attention, my bad. So we went home and all that, and then we went out somewhere a couple of days later and I said, okay, get dressed. And he wore this and he came out with his underwear showing, of course, at the back, and that belt. And I said, what are you wearing? Are those pants loose? You know, did you cut off the tags? Just stick them back and exchange it for a smaller size. And he says, no, Ma, this is how the pants are designed. And I go, what? And he goes, don't you remember? I said, no, I don't remember. I said, go take them off. Who bought you this? And he laughed and he said, Mom, you bought me this. I said, I would never pay for that stuff. I probably didn't realize what you were buying or what you were getting. And he and I got into a big old argument, and I told him, I said, wait a second. And this was my last line. I said, I paid for it, right? And he goes, yeah. I said, take it off. I want it. I made him go take it off. I took those jeans, put them in a bag. Of course, I had the receipt, and yes, I did take it to the store, even though, you know, the tag was cut, and they didn't give me my money back, but they gave me store credit, which was fine. And he was mad at me. He was so mad at me. He goes, you don't understand. And I said, look, if you think it's hot and sexy to have your underwear showing like a good 3-4 inches and your pant is literally hanging at your crotch and not where it's supposed to be, then you, kid, I'm going to sign you up for some psychiatric sessions because there's something wrong with your wiring. And, oh, Mom, that's how, you know, you see all the young kids and all. I said, I don't give a flying fiddlestick about what all the young, this is the way you're going to dress. The day you earn your money and the day you buy your own clothes, you go do what you want. But please understand this. If you and I are going out somewhere together and you wear those clothes, I am not going out with you. So that was an interesting experience. And of course, he kind of didn't like it. And, you know, peer pressure and, you know, the usual. You understand what goes on, right, when they are among their peers too. But anyhow, he learned quickly or not. And the thing is, he's a skinny kid. He's 6'2", he's 6'3", and he's skinny as heck. So I was like, child, nobody wants to see a skinny behind. Anywho, okay, stop ranting. Okay, my oldest likes sweats. Yeah, I'm late too. Andrea, see, I said Andrea, I didn't say Andrea. Okay, did you get a tag? I don't know what you're talking about. Texas? Okay, I know, right? You. Good on you for teaching. Heck yeah. Okay, let's go. Vince, Monkey, Vaughan. Okay, enough of that, y'all. How many minutes into the session? Good Lord, hang on a second. Okay, that's my bad. This is going to be interesting. Okay, people, are you ready? Let's go. I did my meditation and I did cleanser cards and all. Right? Sure. Oh, okay. I will take that. The Magician. Let me draw the cards, okay? And then I'll show you the cards. The Magician. Strength card. The Emperor. Okay. Can you all hear the birds chirping? Right? It's beautiful. Wait, there we go. Okay, so what do we have? We have with the Magician. Put my phone aside, because shoot. Okay, that's better. With the Magician, the Force, which is 11 is the Justice card in the traditional tarot, but in this tarot it's the Strength card actually, or anyhow. And then we have the Emperor, and then we have the 2, which is the High Priestess, right? Not the Pope, the High Priestess. And then we have 13, right? Here we go. Again, 13 is the Death card in the traditional tarot, and in this card it's the Devil. So there was definitely a shroud of I'm not going to even say mystery or magic or darkness or whatever under the, well, let me rephrase that. under the cover of darkness, a lot happened. Okay, under the cover of darkness. So somebody has to comment and say whether Vince went missing at nightfall or in the day or such like that. You are cracking me out. I remember my son when he was to buy grills. Okay, so yeah, I would not, Kim, I would have said heck no. So there was something that happened under the cover of darkness. Okay, there was somebody who was planning, who was I would say, okay, you can go to the extent of saying maybe this was the parent cooking or something like that, when they realized that, oh, the child is missing or the child is gone. Now, I do not know the circumstances. I do not know the circumstances around Vince's disappearance. I don't know how he disappeared. I don't know when he disappeared. I don't know none of that. But I definitely feel like maybe somebody was cooking, or was so focused on cooking, or so focused on doing something, either cooking or writing or working at their desk or something like that, when this whole issue happened. And then we have the strength card or the force card, right? So this kid was definitely forcibly taken. It was not like, like I said in Summer's case, that she stepped out and then she saw this person who she knew, and she actually walked to that person, got in the vehicle and kind of left, type of thing. No, this kid was forcibly snatched. And it says the Emperor card, and the Emperor card is, of course, as we know, an Aries card, right? It's independence, accumulation of wealth, being a leader, having that sort of a mindset. That's what an Aries is. But I'm going to say in this card that the Aries also is the baby of the zodiac, right? We all know that. Sometimes you should have, here, let me see. Hang on 1 second, let me expand this thing, because sometimes you should have the cards and you say you see that, but I have no idea what they mean. Oh, wait, who's that? Kim Kaflin. Yeah, I do explain, Kim, like in the traditional. Are you trying to say it's because this is in French, right? Is that what you're trying to say? I do explain what the cards mean. I do call out also what the card is. So I don't know, there's a disconnect, Kim. Dad was changing baby diapers. See? Michael, not Vince. Oh, I'm sorry. Why am I getting confused? Michael? Yeah, Vince. Oh, maybe because Vince Vaughan. I apologize. So Michael. Hang on, you guys. Hang on. Because it doesn't behoove me by not saying his name right. Michael. Yeah, I'm one of those people, if I write it down, I remember it better. So, Michael, okay. So, with this, as far as the Emperor's card is concerned, as I was saying, we know that Aries is the baby of the zodiac, right? So, maybe that's why you said baby, because there is another child involved. And then we have Tool, which is High Priestess, and the High Priestess is ruled by the moon. So, think about it. Imagine a High Priestess. What is a High Priestess? Who is a High Priestess? A High Priestess is somebody who people went to say, somebody who had knowledge about magic and knowledge about the sun, moon, and stars, and that sort of a thing. So traditionally, so people went to her to say, can you look into the stars and tell me what's going on, or that sort of stuff. But the High Priestess card also signifies that sort of an energy around. So you could say, I want to say there's a female involved. Somebody let me know if there was a female involved. I want to say the female involved is almost the same age as the father. I am also going to go out on a limb and say the female was probably earning a little bit more than the father. I wonder if the female and the father are like it's mother and father type of situation. And then we have the Death card, right? I have a feeling that their relationship also disintegrated after this whole thing. So, Moonchild number, hello love, I'm happy to have finally caught your live. Thank you and welcome. Yes, I said Vincent, I apologize. Marky, Vaughan, Michael, We'll just call him Michael Vaughan, okay? I do apologize for that faux pas. So, somebody let me know, did the parents part ways after all this happened? Like, would be nice if camera was on cards. Y'all, let me try, y'all. See, but then if I do that, then I can't see your comments. You know, I'm so sorry, y'all. Hang on. Let me try. I mean, I want y'all to see all this, right? Because there's no games here. Okay, is this better? Somebody tell me, is this better? Okay, you can see a little of me, a little of okay. I prefer to see her face, not the cards. Yeah, this is kind of a little different for me, y'all. I'm so sorry. I actually prefer this. So, okay, I'm not going to mess with this anymore. All right, people, I do apologize. I don't mean to sound like a bitch, but this is how it's going to be for now until I go back home to Texas. So let's kind of deal with it. I appreciate you understanding. Let's get on with this reading because I'm seriously getting distracted. Did this little child, Michael, did he have attention deficit issues? Somebody let me know. Did they have attention deficit issues? Oh, I got dad was having an affair. Penny Armstrong, you are one of the most accurate readers I've seen. Thank you, Penny. Penny! You and I, girl, Penny. You're killing me, Penny. I'm not going to say what it is, but Penny and I know what it is, so we'll leave it at that. Okay. Yes, Penny, I'll get to it. One of these days. Give me some time because my schedule is like crazy. I promise, okay? Okay. Okay, we'll leave it at that. I'm not going to mention what's going on between Penny. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Aries. Oh, look at y'all. Aries popped up again. So, what is that? Tell me what is that? And Uranus. Well, of course, sudden changes. Of course, it's going to be sudden changes because this is a whole other. How old was this child? We Scottish, thank you. I feel like he had ADD or ADHD or whatever you call that, right? I feel like he had that, very easily distracted. But then again, kids that age, it's normal for them to be like, attention span for kids that age, like what do you expect, right? But somebody let me know if he was medically, for very quiet, I'm seeing checkered, okay, the shirts, we call them checks, right? It's a checkered shirt, plaid, but it's not the plaid fabric, it's a regular fabric, a brown checks shirt, half sleeves, with this folded over. Okay, let's move on. It'll come to me. So he was only 5 years old. I haven't seen this picture either. I haven't. Flannel shirt, yeah. But it's not the flannel material, it's that print, that design. Oh my God, the energy. I'm so like, do this, do that. Okay. Pardon me. Moon, okay. The moon. But, hey, where do you go? Come back here. Shoot. This guy. Wait, let me hold him upright. Oh my goodness. This guy. Not that, not Aquarius. The other one that looks like two. I can't even hold it straight. I don't know what I'm doing here. And Oh my God, 6. Okay, there we go. See, I'm confused now. Is it 6? No, that's not. I'm sorry, y'all. It's not 6. It's 9. Not 6, 9. Because of where the dot is. Wait, there. This is so weird. I am not. Give me 1 second, y'all, okay? I do apologize. Hang on 1 second. Let me. Give me 1 second. I just need a. Pisces. That is so weird. Okay, let's go back to where we were. There we go. I'm back, I promise. Yeah, but why is that popping up? Yeah, okay, we got the Empress card, right? And I said the High Priestess card, and that was ruled by the moon. So we have a moon here, we have the 9, and we have the Pisces. Something fishy. Okay, something fishy. It's coming to me. I'm unable to kind of connect the dots. Okay, I better get on with this reading because I'm getting very, very distracted. Very distracted. Somebody is a sculptor or an artist or works with wood. Definitely works with wood. Somebody involved. Definitely works with wood. I will show you all the cards and then I'll get into the story, okay, per usual. Tell me if you'll see it, okay, you'll see all the cards, right? Okay. There is a student involved, okay, there is a student involved. There is a student involved. This child didn't wander off and just walk off type of thing. No, this child was picked up. Okay. So I have the 2 of Wands, the 8 of Pentacles, the 5 of Wands, the 6 of Cups, the 9 of Cups, and the Ace of Wands. Okay. Whoever picked up this child, they are not like a serial criminal, or I'm not going to say that they did this many a time and all that. This was their first time. Okay, and I'm also going to say that there is a student involved, and the student involved is not somebody who's in junior school or high school or anything like that. This individual is like in uni and college or university, whatever you call it. So that age group, there is a student involved. This is the first time they've done something like this. Oh God, oh gosh, okay. There is an artist involved. Well, somebody who's into carving stuff, either they have a hobby of carving or whatever, or they work with wood, right? Like a carpenter type of thing, but also does like furniture type of thing. Okay. It is somebody in the neighborhood. It is somebody in the neighborhood because I see all this. Was a mother, see, look at that, she's looking, I almost feel like the mother is sitting there going, I wish I was there in that house with that person more than being with the dad. I wonder if there's something going on over there. I also feel this student had a mentor. The student had a mentor. And I don't know who the mentor is. Was the mentor, or did the student used to look up to Michael's dad? I think the father is a lot more shook than the mother. Pentacles, did they get some money? Was there some kind of a settlement? But how would they get a settlement? Like, why would anybody give unless they had insurance on the child? Why do you have insurance on such a young child? Ooh. Because I see the Pentacles, right? 9 of Pentacles, it's almost like money coming in, but it's not that satisfaction of saying that, oh, it's not that happiness, it's total like 10 of Pentacles, right? Everything coming in nicely and in a nice way with good energy. It's almost like with a little bit of sadness. So, but why would they have like a big insurance on the child? No, there's something more to it. Let's take a look, y'all. Let's take a look, because Uranus is sudden, and then the Aries, the babies. Did they have the baby after Michael went missing? Was she kind of pregnant with the second child? Oh, that is so weird. That is so weird. What? The dad was in debt. I think he sold her. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. This is so weird, y'all. This is so weird. I feel that the mother is a little detached, which is so weird. I feel the father is a little bit more emotional. But why do I sense a guilt? Why do I sense a guilt? Yeah, I mean, yeah, we all have guilt, right? I mean, I wish I had taken care of my child. I wish I watched him better. I wish I hadn't let him go out and play. I wish I had done this. That kind of guilt will always be there, right? That kind of an emotional, like beating yourself up type of situation is always going to be there. But this is like guilt on another level. But even if they had Love B and Grams, even if they had a fundraiser, right? Michael has a baby sister, okay. Oh, so they already had that baby, okay. Okay, I'm going to get this reading because it's like, ooh, both of them came out together. Yes, money is involved. Absolutely. Do not be impatient, steadiness and constancy. There was no steadiness, there was no I'll show you guys the cards, of course. Hang on. Yeah, no. Oh, see, these are overlapping, y'all. So that's so weird. When they, yes. Boom, 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 baby. Okay, so this is how the cards popped out, and I will read them out to you guys. For you. Okay. So let me see. There is a story here. I'm going to put away this Uranus and Aries card, and we'll get back to that. So we have, this card says, a day's work, do not be impatient, steadiness and consistency, which is the Ace of Clubs, but it's reversed. So what that tells me is there must have been some struggles at work. There is no steadiness, there's no stability. Everything is turned upside down. So there was some kind of an upheaval in the parents' life or in the family unit. There is no, we're talking about money. Did they know how to manage their money or something to do with money? Did they have a civil case against them, or were they fighting a civil case and hoping to get some money? That's something to be looked into. The happy family does not exist. The happy family was on fire, so there was really no happiness. It's like a fire was lit under their happiness, right? And not in a good way at all. It was to destroy them. And then you have the Six of Hearts, and it says love and meetings and unexpected happiness, and it's reversed. Somebody had an affair. I don't know if it's the father or the mother, but somebody had an affair, and the affair was kind of going down the wrong direction. Then we have Jack, Shepherd, a crafty youth. Yes, there is a young man involved. I am going to go so far as to say the young man is he that student? And then you have the mistress and the sensual, sexual woman. So definitely somebody was having an affair. Definitely they had stepped out of the conforms, or the boundaries of a married relationship. So a little bit of animosity with regards to that, and it was like, well, if you can go out and have an affair, what's wrong if I do? Why are you getting all mad at me for having an affair? You did. When you didn't say anything about it. Well, I did, and you still didn't stop. So what's the problem now? And I feel like that infidelity was there, existent in their family for a little bit, and then the second baby must have been conceived to try and patch things up, and then boom, little Michael goes missing. So it's like no matter what they try to maintain the relationship, something or the other keeps knocking on the door and says you guys are not meant to be together. But okay, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that the parents, when they got married, one of them definitely did have hesitations, and they kind of got carried away with the wave when they got married. One of them really did have hesitations as to whether this is really what they wanted. 2 9s. No, I won't take that. Let me form my question. Is this, why are you doing this? 4 and the king. No, let me stop. Okay, my question is this young person, is that the same person as I was talking about, the student? 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. I got 3 8s and 2 2s, which is a completion of a cycle, and 2 queens. Two women, yeah, 2 women, and this young guy involved in the middle. 2 women. I feel like hang on. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so there are 2 women involved, not 1, 2 women. So, and my question was, is a student, the young man I see here who I feel is responsible, these 2 women, there are 2 women involved. One could be the mother and one could be somebody else, but there are 2 women involved. And this Jack, the young man who I thought was the perpetrator, I got just 1 yes out of, let me draw the final card. Ew. Was one of these people having an affair with a younger person, and that younger person was or is a student? Six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yes. Shoot. Let me show you the cards. Yes, the student is also involved. Yes. How? Let me try and hold these. Okay. Hang on. Okay. Definitely a whole bunch of arguments. Yes, the student was definitely involved one way or the other. And there is that young man, that student is somehow involved in this, absolutely involved in this, right? So, and then there's a completion of a cycle. So, and there was some argument, some fight, so there was, okay, whoa, okay, all right, calm down. So what I'm going to say is, let me look at these cards again. There is illicit affairs and relationships, okay, absolutely slam dunk. There is a young student or a student, somebody in university, I'm not talking about school or high school, I'm talking about university age involved, okay? There was a completion of something. Maybe one person tried to end a relationship. That didn't go down very well. Maybe one person tried to end the relationship, it didn't go down very well. There was a lot of arguments, a lot of fighting, a lot of back and forth, okay? But it was a forced ending with the 2 of 10s, okay? Then this king, okay, this king, because I see this other individual also, right? Did they apply for a loan or something like that? Did they apply for a loan or something from the bank, or trying to garner some funds to kind of tide them over, right? You know what, you guys, remember this, I first said it was 6 and I said I'm sorry it's 9 because of where the dot is. Look, I have a 9 here too. Okay, I'm going to go out on a limb and I say this is not just 1 or 2 people involved. So here's what I want to say. It's almost like a web of lies. Like everybody knew what everybody else was doing and none of them were right. None of them were being honest. None of them were being civil. None of them were being ethical. None of them had principles. So there are multiple people involved. It's almost like Jack knows, Tom knows, Celia knows, Mary knows, Annie. I'm just using random names, okay? Please don't quote me on that. And it's like Jack knew what Annie was doing, and maybe Jack and Annie were having an affair, and Celia and Tom were like mad because Tom actually wanted to have an affair with Mary. It's a messy situation. This is like a seriously bungled up kind of a situation, y'all. It's like a weird situation. I'm going to ask, I need a sip of water. Let me ask, is Michael alive? Let me ask that question. Is Michael alive? Can you show me what I need to see about Michael? Oh my God, the cards. I have a kind of a frantic energy right now. Somebody hurt their left knee during the process. Somebody hurt their left knee during the process. What? That was a cheap funeral? What? So he's gone, right? Okay, but anyhow, I had said I was going to ask. 6, yes, he's gone. I see an older man, a very quiet man, doesn't speak much, he's probably 6 feet tall, okay, height weight proportionate, he's probably like I'm going to say he's in his early 60s, very quiet man, very kind of doesn't talk much, but he's very polite. If you were to cross paths with him in the street, he would be like, hi, how are you doing, how's it going, polite conversation, but other than that doesn't talk much, doesn't go out of his way to initiate a conversation with anybody type of an individual. But if you spoke when you're spoken to, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, yes, absolutely. So I got another yes. So I think it's confirmation that yes, of course he's passed, right? Because we're talking. I just saw the comment about the funeral, and I assume you're talking about Michael. So, but I had decided to ask that question. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Absolutely. Okay, let's go back to this guy, because the message I'm getting, image I'm getting about this guy is older guy. He has seen something, y'all. He's one of those neighbors. Let me put it out. We don't know if he's gone or not. Please ask. Well, I just asked. I got the aces, so he's gone. Michael is gone. So, okay, they haven't. So we were talking about somebody else's funeral. But anyhow, I had decided to ask, and I got aces, which is a yes. So Michael is gone. So this old man, this older man, I shouldn't say old man, this older gentleman who doesn't speak much, I see him wearing tan shorts and a light blue t-shirt, like a collared t-shirt, like a polo shirt, right? Tan shorts and polo shirts. He is a Caucasian. He's a nice guy. He has seen something. He's a very observant gentleman. He's a very observant gentleman, but he doesn't speak much. He doesn't initiate conversations. You go talk to him, he'll talk back to you. Very polite, very nice. But he has seen something, but he doesn't know what he's seen. Like he can't correlate, he can't connect the dots because he doesn't know. I hope something transpires that situations. I hope something transpires. Wait, there was a Michael Vaughan GoFundMe page to help with fighting cancer costs, then one for funeral to help Deborah B. No other info. Who has cancer? I'm so confused. I have no Q. Q is an even number, a yes answer, and an odd number. Oh, is that your question? No. So that's another thing I'm going to do. Isabel Florence, I have to do that in another session I'll have regarding a little bit more education, a little bit more sharing of knowledge with regards to divinity. I'll get into that another time. I'm not doing it right now, so please bear with me, okay? I don't mean to be rude, but I don't want to get sidetracked. This older gentleman, let's go back to this older gentleman. I want to know, let's go back to this older gentleman. Y'all, I'm telling you, he has seen something, but he does not know what he's seen, in the sense that he can't figure it out. I hope things transpire such that he's able to, my little girl was playing outside and I shouted to her for lunch and couldn't see her, freaked out, and she was in an old lady's house. Oh, we Scottish chick, yeah. You gotta be really, really careful. I mean, it's no joke. See, because this is what I was saying. Wait, old man. I'll come back to that. I'll come back. Please tell me who this older man is. I'm sorry, not old man, older gentleman. Who is this older gentleman? Show me who this older gentleman is. Ooh, y'all. Okay, Venus, fire, Mars. Can y'all see my goose flesh? No, I don't think you can see. I'm sorry. Okay, hang on. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, okay? 50, 60, 61, 67, 12, 13, 3 plus 1, 4. Okay. Okay, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, heightened emotions as far as the mother is concerned. Heightened emotions, but not for the right reasons, y'all. Not for the right reasons. I don't know why that's so weird. So with the old man, I am going to say older man. Dang, girl, get it together. With this older gentleman, okay, I am going to say that he has actually, if you look into his past, I wouldn't be surprised if he has some kind of a military background. This older gentleman. 100% military background, okay? He has loved and lost, so he is either a widower or he was single for the longest time and or was dating, and his girlfriend or significant other, whoever, has moved on or parted way, passed on, and he never decided to get into another relationship, okay? And with the Aquarius, yeah, he is an Aquarius, yes. But the Pisces card shows up over there, so he is an Aquarius. Does anybody know when little Michael's birthday is? So this older gentleman is 100% an ex-army, military, navy guy. Look, there's so much of water energy, heightened emotions with the moon card again. Uranus, ooh. Because Uranus and Saturn rule Aquarius. I didn't show you guys the cards, right? Let me show you the cards. Okay? And then I got Aquarius, Uranus, right? And the Cancer card. Okay. Around January or February, more so January, late December up until late January, something's going to pop up about this case. And then the following year, during the season of Cancer, is when it's kind of, things are kind of, the water is bubbling over, meaning information is going to start coming up. Okay, okay. Because Aquarius rules, I'm sorry, Uranus rules Aquarius. I'm going to say that gentleman is a god. That gentleman, whoever he is, I hope it's almost like maybe because of he might have PTSD kind of issue, so that's why he's unable to connect the dots. Because I'm like, he's seen something, and he's obviously a pretty intellectual in the sense that he's got a decent IQ, smart guy, let's put it that way. So why isn't he connecting the dots? Maybe because he has PTSD, he's unable to see it. But he has definitely seen something. And once he's able to connect those dots, he's going to come forth. Okay? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So the reason I did this is because I wanted confirmation as to whether Michael is really gone or not, because there was a little bit of confusion there. Somebody had posted something about the funeral, and then I assumed, and as I was pulling the cards, I saw that comment, right? So I wanted to clarify, yes, he has passed for my cards. For my cards. Okay, I shuffle it one more. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 13. Yes, yes, yes. Hang on. What am I seeing here? 8 completions. Yes. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 2 signs. Okay. They are always dupes over here, y'all. Always. It's the weirdest thing. So let me show you. Every time I've shuffled for these kids, I get dupes. Okay, or rather multiples. And you saw the previous time I got, okay, let me ask. Okay, I need to hurry up because my energy is saying pull out the other deck. So hang on, one last time, let me ask this. One last time, okay. First card out, yes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so definitely a yes. Okay. There, look, this number 9 is very significant. Does anybody know when Michael's birthday is? Michael's grandfather lived in the home where Michael lived. Does he have any military background? Julia, XO, hello Julia. Oh yes, grandpa, that's why the hesitation. Wondering if it's the grandpa, that's why I don't over here. Okay, you saw that. Well look, as we talk about grandpa, there's an older male that's popping up. We'll ask. And of course I got this. Ooh, y'all, look at so many. Okay, I'm going to move because the energy is like, I'm feeling hurried. Like I'm feeling, I have nowhere to go. Like I don't have anything else to do but this. But I'm having that hurried energy. It's like, hurry up. So, why is that rush? Number 9 is of some significance, y'all. Do you feel anything about being transported on a boat where Michael meets a little girl, like they are both being trafficked? No, I don't get anything like that. Brooks Liu, yeah, I don't have any moderators, so hi. I haven't thought about that as yet, about moderators, and I'll tell you why. Amanda O'Brien O'Neill, who the hell starts planning a funeral for their missing? Thank you, Amanda. Thank you. Who does that? Unless you know something, right? Absolutely spot on. Absolutely. Okay, so really quick before I go any further, I decided, I was thinking about having a moderator, and then I said, you know what? I still haven't figured it out. Not that I never will. At the moment, I haven't. If anybody pops up there who's just saying inappropriate stuff, no, let's just not react to that individual and they'll go away. That's pretty much what I figured. Because it's like, you want to come onto my channel and say nasty stuff, that's fine. I'm sure you watched the video, right? At least I think, right? All right. Oh, baby girl, the mama, infidelity. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, infidelity. Yes. She realized it's backfiring on her. Right? The night of, well, look. And I'll show you. Yes, it was in the reverse. And I'll show you. Okay, let me show you the cards and then there's a story, we'll tell it. Can you see that? Okay. Right? Okay? Okay. So here's what I'm going to say. Definitely infidelity. Definitely she had a lot of sleepless nights. Definitely there was a great need to walk away from whatever the situation was, abandon and walk away. But because of what this happened, I have a feeling that the mother actually wanted to separate from the father, and subsequently Michael went missing, and then she's like, she had a lot of sleepless nights. And you know what? I don't have very good feelings about the mother. I'm like, let me rephrase. I have to be careful how I say it. We all have to show compassion, right? We have to. Because at the end of the day, like I said, even about someone's parents, right? You know, they're good, bad, terrible, druggies, this one, that one, whatever the case may be. At the end of the day, they are also parents. I'm a parent too. So I have to have some compassion for that parent part of the dynamics, right? Or the individuals, right? So the same thing here. But having said that, I like, if I were to cross paths with her, I'd be like, I'll go this way, I won't even make eye contact with her because I don't get good vibes about her. She's one of those individuals, and you know what, if any of you want to come at me for saying what I'm saying about her, then I can say, stick it. Because, well, let me make sure where my hand thing was. I wasn't trying to birdie anybody or flip anybody off. The reason I'm saying that is because I really don't care. That's the energy I'm getting, and I'm entitled to my opinion. If I don't like A, B, or C, I don't like A, B, or C. You are welcome to like A, B, or C. You know, that sort of thing. So I honestly don't much care for this female, this mother. I really don't. I seriously don't. Like, I couldn't give a flying fiddlestick about her. But having said that, and then when Michael went missing, she had to change her whole plan. She didn't intend to stay with the father for very long, okay? She didn't. I don't know how long they've been married for, but she didn't. I think from the very beginning there was hesitation, or very beginning there was like, oh shoot, this is a big mistake. Why did I get married? But okay, fine, since I'm married, I'll ride along and see how long I can last, type of thing. When Michael went missing, her plans of having, leaving and abandoning and walking away, everything changed, because now she was like, if I leave now, then the focus is going to be on me, and everybody's going to say, aha, she did it, otherwise why would she leave, type of thing, right? The moment this case settles, I shouldn't say that because I don't know if the case is going to settle. In a little bit, she's going to part ways, for sure. Then we have the Pentacles card, right? The Page of Pentacles and the Page of Swords and the Five of Pentacles. So, definitely there is an issue with regards to money. Definitely there was a reaching out, wanting some financial help from somebody, either a bank or an institution or an organization. And I'm not talking about, nefarious organizations. I mean, legit organizations. They definitely had some financial troubles and issues. I don't know if the mother has borrowed money or the father has borrowed money from somebody, or somebody was helping them financially, saying, okay, I'll give you $20,000, $30,000 or whatever. I'm just using that as a figure, and then you're going to give it like a promissory note. Maybe an extended family or friend, or maybe it's just this older gentleman, and said, okay, fine, I'll lend you that money with the understanding that you return it back to me in XYZ days, or months, and if you don't, I'm going to take your car, or I'm going to take your water scooter. I'm just saying, like, I don't know if they have a water scooter, but a water scooter, that sort of stuff. I'll take your toolkit, or little things like that. There was a promissory note written, and then you have the swords thing over here. That's like energy. Quick. Hang on. Yeah, baby, where are you? Right here. So, yeah, financial issues. Definitely financial issues. So, the Page of Swords. Why are you here, Page of Swords? Like, what is your intention? Quick information coming. Not very nice cards, actually. Alright, these are not nice cards. Not nice cards at all. Okay. Not nice cards. So with the one of Ace of Wands, of course, in the traditional tarot means a new project, etc. But this is lighting a candle for somebody's demise. It's like literally lighting a candle for somebody's demise. Somebody has passed. I'm going to say there's a little bit of nastiness here. TMI. This is in the dark channel, correct? There was definitely illicit affairs going on. And illicit affairs to the extent of, okay, here, look at this picture, okay, here, look at that picture, okay, so, oh my God, this is going to, people are going to come at me, man, people are going to come at me, but I'm going to say it, The female here, you know what I'm talking about. I wouldn't be surprised, this is what my cards are telling me. I do not filter. I wouldn't be surprised. Remember I said there are two women involved, so I still haven't seen who the other queen is or who the other female is. But this female, right, you know what I'm talking about? She definitely might, maybe that's why I'm seeing two queens, two sides to the same character. One is a typical wholesome mom. Oh shit, and the other one, I probably have to replay the video to see what queens popped up. Was it whether clubs, spades, hearts, or diamonds? That would tell me a lot. One was the quintessential mom and homemaker type of image, but the other one is like, we all know of cases where people they have a second hidden career where they have those online chat rooms, or where they wear all that sexy lingerie and do all that stuff. You know what I mean, right? I don't need to go into it any further. But I also wouldn't be surprised if this female did have that kind of thing, and she did it for money. And a little bit into I'm not going to say BDSM type of thing, but kind of sort of. Like almost like kind of sort of like that. She takes, I don't know why I said took, she takes great pleasure in having the upper hand sexually over male. She's heterosexual. So she takes great pleasure having that power, and she knows she has that. So again, because those two queens kept popping up, I don't know whether it is two separate women or one woman with a second side to her character. Like, you know what I mean. Okay, moving on. So the Seven of Wands, right? The Seven of Wands in the traditional tarot, self-protection, defense against competition, etc. And this was in the reverse. So unfortunately, there is no protection. There is none of that. So you are in a very, very kind of you are in a deficit. You are in a situation that's a bit sticky. And then we have the Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Swords is popping up and saying, yeah, all that domesticity and fertility and resourcefulness and doing all that kind of personality that you have and image that you're trying to project is really not that, because this is the image actually. So yeah, it could be, ooh, people. Okay, why am I seeing two children here? Oh my Okay, two things. Let's back up. Because this card to me signifies two things. One is, yeah, she remember I had said she could be into bondage and all that weird stuff. But the other thing is showing me is that there's another child involved. So somebody had just commented, right? They're saying that in a boat or something, I don't know about boat business, but they're saying that he was picked up along with another female child. I don't know if that's true, but I see two children and both of them are like same situation. Are they saying that grandpa lived in the home where Michael lived? I think grandpa saw everything. But why is the grandfather not coming forward though? He should. Yeah, PTSD could be. Does he have a military background? Lisa Hogan, thank you. Tiaki D says, I don't see any trolls. I suppose that's a good thing. Is a funeral already being planned? That's so sad. Are we talking about little boy? Michael Vaughan, yes. Blue Mermaid, yes ma'am. Don't give a F what people think of you. Thank you. Okay, no trolls. Okay, grandma. Mom and sister, they were Queen of Hearts and Queen of Diamonds. Thank you for see, because two sides to it, right? If it's a Queen of Hearts and Queen of Diamonds, I will look at the video too at some point in time, as much as I don't, but I will definitely do, like dominatrix type of situation. So if it's a Queen of Hearts and Queen of Diamonds, as Chance Fate says that I pulled at that time, then it's two sides to the same character. When I was in a coma, you just spoke to me, but I didn't see her. It was 100%. Yeah. I can't find a birthday for Michael. The police are very little informed him and or on this case. They are keeping things keeping the details just from the get-go. Well, thank you, Texas Patriot, for looking into that. But why are they being so secretive too? Like why? Usually they release those little posters like age and height and weight and race and wearing this shirt and this whatever and the birthday or whatever. Why are they keeping it quiet though? I'm so far apart. I don't think so. Same when I was in a coma last year. Okay. When Michael came up missing and I saw his picture, honestly thought they were both taken by the same purpose for trafficking. Hang on, you guys. So, I don't know why this card popped up. I mean, that's a very positive card to have. Talking out of both sides of her mouth. Yeah, she feels good. Yeah, well, see. Now I know why that card popped out. Eight of Pentacles. Hey. Okay, this is, well, that, so, okay. Hang on, you guys, hang on, okay? Hang on. I am, this is interesting. Okay. Okay. Oh my goodness, okay. I have the Ten of Cups, the Page of Swords, Eight of Pentacles, the Tower reversed, Six of Wands, the Six of Swords reversed, Three of Cups, Nine of Cups, Five of Cups, Eight of Swords. Let's take it from the top. When I saw this card pop up, I'm like, why is such a positive card coming up? But it is the end of a perfect, right? Wait. Okay. Yeah, this older man could be the grandfather. I think he plays a significant role, yeah. I think he does. I don't know if he's a grandfather, but could be if he was living. He has definitely seen something. He should come forward. He must come forward. He should come forward. I don't know if he's purposefully putting the not coming forward with the information. I'm going to ask a question. See, one thing I'd say, the energy I have felt from the moment I started this reading is calm and peace and the usual pace. And then suddenly the energy picks up, and then again I'm calming down, and then again it's picking up. It's so weird. So I feel like somebody gets all riled up and says, I'm going to go to the cops and I'm going to say, and then they back up. And they say like, oh no. So I don't know who that is. Ooh. Stop. Okay, that was too much. This energy I picked up. Literally this energy, look at her. That was the energy I just picked up, and it was in the reverse. Like I'm like, oh my God, I can't deal with this. This guy moved around, that should be there, and this should be here. Okay, my question is the grandfather responsible? So weird. Yes, two queens. Same. Can you see that? I didn't get a yes though, but definitely these two queens. Look at this, y'all. Look at this. Y'all, I'm not going to get into this right now, but whenever duplicates pop up like that, there is a significance, right? Look at that. And the question I asked was, is the grandfather involved? I am sure, look at all this, out of 13 cards, these are all the multiples I got. Oh wait, I have another 7. Look at that. So, I apologize, not the 9. 2 7s, 2 3s, 2 kings and 2 queens. So, somebody look that up and post, because I'm not going to get sidetracked into that, and it will take a whole bunch of time. So I didn't get a yes for that, whether the grandfather was involved. I'll ask again. 1 2 3 6 7 8. Oh my goodness, I can't, this is just crazy. Yes, yeah, the grandfather was involved, one way or the other. Look, yes, the grandfather was involved. I would say that right now. Yes. You see that? Now, that Jack, right? That young person who I said is a college going student. Oh, there's something to that, y'all. There's something to that. They somehow, I don't know whether this female was having an affair. I don't know whether she comes from academic background. I don't know. It doesn't have to be a teacher or a professor or a lecturer or whatever. Could be working in an academia setting. She must have, I don't know if it's her having an affair with that student or what, but, or the father having an affair with the, could be same sex, could be heterosexual, although I know the mother is heterosexual. I don't know about the father. 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, 11, 12, 13, yeah. Okay, I think I know where this is going. They are all connected. The young man, the older gentleman, and the queen. They are all connected. Remember I said, what did I say? Mary, Claire, or, you know, the names I used, I don't even remember. Tom and Larry and John knows this one, and that one wanted to this one, and that kind of an environment. They all know each other. They all know each other. The grandfather, aka older gentleman, does know something and is involved in some way, shape, or form. Now, is he individually responsible for the disappearance and subsequently the demise of Michael? I don't think so, but he is involved. Let's get back to this. 10 of Cups, the whole family situation that pretends, that has come to an end because this Knight of Swords was somebody, a younger generation, a younger energy, younger kind of persona, wanting the great need for freedom, wanting the freedom. She definitely wanted to run off and do her own thing. She didn't want to conform to the confines of marriage. Yes, marriage could be confining a little bit because traditionally speaking, not everybody has an open marriage, right? Where it's like, oh, it's okay, you do who you want to do, I'll do who I want to do. We won't talk about it, but then we will still remain marriage kind of thing. She didn't want to conform to that. She wanted to break away and have her freedom and have her fun or whatever. All that thing came crashing down, right? At some point in time it came crashing down because this means change. This means a dismantling of something. This means that things coming to an end, but we had this. So at some point in time things kind of came crashing down, but now she is like, I'm crashed. I don't know what to do. And all this thing about wanting to find my freedom and go off and do my own thing, all that kind of stuff is in jeopardy now because I can't do anything like that. If I do, I'm going to raise red flags and then the focus is going to be on me. So what am I going to do? I'm going to continue with the 8 of Pentacles, continue to put my nose to the grinding stone and continue to work like normal, like nothing ever happened. If she has a job, and if she doesn't have a job, then she's going to continue to pretend to have a normal life. She's going to pretend to have a normal life, or she's going to pretend to continue like nothing really has changed. But we all know things have changed. And she thinks by pretending there is victory in that she will win. She's putting on a pretty decent show, y'all. And then we have the 6 of Swords, right? What does the 6 of Swords say? In the traditional tarot, it says a necessary transition, relocating and moving. But in the reverse, it says there is no transitioning, there is no relocation, there is no moving. Things have kind of come to a stop because you're pretending that everything is fine, and that pretense has kind of now become the current situation. And then you have the 3 of Cups, and you are on the outside looking in. You are on the outside looking in and saying, I want to get back into that. I want to go back and do that stuff. Ooh, y'all, oh, this is nasty. Oh, please, why do you show me these things? Okay, the older gentleman, who I think is the grandpa, and this lady, have had some questionable interactions, some questionable altercations, not altercations, questionable interactions and questionable relations. Read between the lines. That's what my cards are saying. Then we have the 5 of Cups, right? The 5 of Cups is like, oh shoot, everything is lost, what am I going to do? Everything is lost, what am I going to do? This female, sorry y'all, this female does not realize that she still has 2 options left, okay? She is feeling very, very tied up, very, very restricted. She just wants to break free and go. She feels like all is lost, and because she feels like all is lost, she is feeling bound, okay? Because she feels like all is lost, she is bound, but she actually has another ace up her sleeve. And she is going to use that ace up her sleeve to extricate herself from this sticky situation. And this family unit is going to dissolve. Let's see. Pamela Newenham. It was on one of the news channel with her say, help the family with the bills. What? Dawn green way atomy. The feeling I get won't budge. They're all involved. Could be to do with money. I feel the father was having an affair. See, I feel like that it's some crazy setup, man. Big hugs to you. So sorry, I have to see Laurie. It's all good. It's life. It's all good, right? It's all good. Yeah. Oh, you is what it is. The check shirt is a Minecraft. Oh my goodness, Sherry Paoli. Okay, so I don't even know what the time is. 7. How long have you been on this for? An hour and something? I don't care. I'm enjoying it. I hope you all are. Wait, why did I separate my cards? Okay, let me use these now. Oh, it's a crazy family, y'all. It's some weird dynamics. Spoke to an astrologist who said that for over a year now, Saturn and Pluto have become in conjunction with each other slowly and is probably the main reason why families have been fighting. Wow. Saturn and who? Saturn and Pluto. Well, if you look at them individually, I don't know, I have to look at astrology and see. If you look at Pluto, Pluto is all about regeneration. And what is Saturn? Saturn is a planet that's the grandfather of the zodiac, right? He's the one who's like, I'm here to teach you lessons. I'm here to show you the right way. I'm here to tell you, this is right and that is wrong. But clearly, if you choose not to listen to me, then suffer the repercussions. But if you take heed and if you listen to what I have to say, I promise you, when I'm done with this teaching session, I'm going to leave some awesome gifts for you. That is Saturn. So yeah, I mean, when they say Saturn retrograde, let's say this. Let's, for example, this is a very interesting point, and it could relate to this too. Let's say Saturn is in somebody. When you look at somebody's chart, Saturn is in their first house. Okay, and what is the first house? First house is how you present yourself, and it's all about you. Correct. So let's not go into conjunction and this and that and all. Let's just take Saturn for example. Of course, conjunction, who is the opposite, what's in the second house, what's in the third house, who's right across the first house, all those things make a lot of difference. So simply speaking, if Saturn is your first house and your first house is all about you, and Saturn is in your first house, so he's there to teach you a lesson about you. This could be your image, your thought process, your mindset, the way you think, the way you look, the way you speak, the way you conduct yourself. The focus is on you. So Saturn is going to be there to teach you some lessons about you, which means he's going to say, look, figure out. Maybe you need an overall. Think about what you really want, what part of you want to change, etc., etc. And then, if you take heed and do what's required, like I say, go to school, make sure you wear your uniform, have all your books in your backpack, make sure your homework is done, go to class, make sure you listen to what the teacher's saying, take notes, pay attention, study for the exam, pass the exam, and then he's going to give you a big gift. But if you fail the test, then he's going to say, well, guess what? Now I'm going to set things up for you that I think should be, okay, what I think is right, and you may not necessarily like it, but you don't have a choice. I gave you an opportunity to fix it yourself, and you didn't want to, so now I'm doing the job for you, and I'm not going to leave a gift, so deal with it. Now Pluto, on the other hand, is all about regeneration, right? Pluto is all about, what is regeneration, right? Something is kind of disintegrating, coming to an end, and then it's regenerating. It's not giving rise to something new altogether. It's that same situation which is completely disintegrated, but now you're blowing new life into it, and then it's taking form and it's coming up better and stronger. So yeah, that way, if you look at it, Saturn and Pluto, yeah, it kind of makes sense, right? But I don't know, I haven't looked into that astrology part of it. I'm not going to get into that. The family is a messed up family, y'all. I wouldn't say messed up in the way the Wells family is messed up with all that drug and all that stuff, drug abuse, substance abuse, but this family is messed up because of deviant sexual energies. There's a lot of that going on. I wouldn't be surprised if in this family they've had a lot of those hosted parties for swinging and all that stuff. I would not be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know. Maybe that's why so many husbands have been killing their families and wives. Wait, what? Yeah, well, it works both ways. Kelly B, you're right, but it's not just men, right? It's also women who do that. So, Pamela Newenham, do a reading on Minecraft, this YouTube channel. Minecraft is the same channel Summer's brothers watch, and bam, a child gone. Could be. Yeah, maybe I should. 39, who's 39? Need 40 more thumbs up. Oh, what? Love you, Kelly B. Thank you, Kelly B. I'm just me, girl. I would never claim to be smart. It's just me. This is who I am. But 39 thumbs up. Oh, I didn't even know. Somebody's keeping count of that. Love B and Grams. Thank you. I think something's up because so many missing children and wives. Yeah. Minecraft will be watched by millions of children. It isn't likely that they're kidnapping kids through it. Someone in chat said babysitter set up another GoFundMe account in her name, asking what? She is suspected to have an affair with the father. See, remember I said is this so? Remember I said that I wouldn't be surprised if the father was having an affair with a younger person. That's what I'm saying. It's like I'm having an affair with her, you have an affair with him. I wouldn't mind doing him or her as well. I'm sorry, okay, that's a bit graphic, but yeah, it's like that. And oh, Jacqueline, that comment of yours is going to get you in a bit. oh wait, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I misinterpreted it. Okay. Oh, you're responding to Texas. You know, for a second there, Jacqueline Nell, I thought you said Texas. Texas, as in the state of Texas, wouldn't surprise me. And I was like, girlfriend, you're going to piss off all the people who are from Texas. But I realize now you were actually responding to Texas Patriots comment. Okay, I get it. Oh my goodness. All right. Okay. All right, so lots of books, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Chalices, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. Wait. Well, let's do this because y'all won't be able to see the cards then, right? Queen of Cups. Okay, let's take this from the top. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, Five of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, Six of Swords, King of Cups, the Death card, and Queen of Wands. So definitely the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups are showing up here as a pair. So I am saying that the King and Queen of Cups, which could be the father and mother, are completely in opposite directions. So we have two aces as well. So I feel like one is, I feel like the father is a little bit more capable of emotions than the mother is. I feel like the mother is she's like the Queen of Swords energy, although she's showing up here as the Queen of Cups with the mother energy. She is somebody who is, who's like, oh well, moving on type of thing. But the father is a little bit more capable of emotions and that sort of thing. And now they're both showing up and they're both looking in opposite directions. They are not seeing eye to eye. And it has got to do with money for sure. Oh, sorry y'all, give me 1 second. Somebody just came and let me just open the door for them. You want to shut the door, okay? There is the coffee. All right. Sorry, oh my God, I hope everything was okay. I got up from my seat. I hope my dress was not stuck in my behind. Was it? Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Oh, y'all, please tell me when I woke up, when I got up from the chair, was my dress stuck inappropriately to my derriere? I hope not. Somebody please tell me because I'm about to die now. Dang. See, and nobody's commenting. Yeah, people, somebody tell me, was that inappropriate? She was on the news, her face, etc. said. Kirtana, the babysitter's name is Jennifer. Hannah. Is she the, I'm going to ask. But none of y'all are answering my question. I said I just got up from my chair. I'm sitting on a leather chair. Was my dress stuck inappropriately in my derriere? Nobody is commenting because no, you're fine. Thank you. Because I would die. I would wait for the universe, the earth to just open and just, that would kill me. So thank God. Oh. Oh my God, people. The things we think about, right? Yeah, this is a really nice chair. It's a leather chair. But when you're, thank you. Oh my goodness. Oh, I would have just vanished into space. Okay, I'm going to ask about Jennifer Hannah, but hang on, let me finish this. So I did talk about the dad and mom looking in different directions. Money was a big issue, okay? Definitely for sure. We have Ace of Pentacles and Ace of Cups. So they are definitely trying to make a break for something new financially and emotionally. So I think they're both going to go in different directions. We have the Six of Swords, and the Six of Swords, of course, in the traditional tarot, it's about making a necessary transition, relocating, etc. Right? I'm going to say here that the mom is a little bit more about money, and dad not so much. Although there's a possibility that the father is the one who got them into a financial deficit, because I see that. So I think the mom is like, I just want to leave, I want to go, I'm done. And we have the death card. So as we all know, the death card is the ending of something, right? It's 13, death, change, rebirth, etc. And Queen of Wands. So the father and mother are definitely wanting to go their separate ways to restart their lives again. But with the Queen of Wands, there is a need to take action, there is a want to take action, there is a need to take action, but there's also an inability to take action simply because of the situation, right? If they do part ways now, for example, think about it, if they do part ways, then they'll have to go into legalities in terms of when they get donations and all, how do they split the money. Margaret, are you laughing? Were you laughing about what I said about my dress? Yes, it's a pretty color though. I got two of these, this and a peach one, and I don't know where the peach one is, so good. Thank you, Kelly B, you are very kind. And it's a typical summer dress, y'all. It's something that you wear and lounge around at home, but anyhow. So, yeah, with these two people, wait, let me also ask about that Savannah chick, right? So let me start with this. They are definitely hanging on for dear life simply because they want this thing to clouds to pass, because they have realized that if they call it quits now, whatever monies they're going to get, separating them could go into another legal thing and they won't have access to those funds. So they are like, your whole A was showing, oh, are you kidding me? Girl, you're kidding me. I'm telling you that I'm going to go back and watch this video, okay? And if I see that you're pulling a fast one on me, I'm going to come here and I'm going to comment on you, okay? Who's that? Wait. Gold star mom. Oh my goodness. Hey, okay, here. This is reverse psychology. Well, I hope you enjoyed the view. There. How about that? You got to come back for that. Okay, moving on. Okay, what is the Savannah's name? Oh, wait, what is the Savannah's name? Wait, Savannah, Jennifer Hannah. Okay, Jennifer Hannah. Show me about Jennifer Hannah. Jennifer Hannah. Show me what I need to see about Jennifer. father was messing around with I won't say the name. Absolutely, the father was messing around with this babysitter. Yeah, what's this deal? Wait, let me show you. What's up with all this nonsense about, like, what is it acceptable in the industry that, you know, this whole babysitter thing is like normal for babysitters to have affairs with the parents, or the parents to have affairs with the babysitter? Is it an acceptable thing? Is it the norm? Like, what's up with that? Just because you go babysit somebody's kids, does that mean that? I have to be careful, because there are a lot of babysitters who are straight up good, decent folks, right? But you hear so many cases about this illicit affairs between the parent and babysitter. What's up with that? You look at celebrities too, they have that nonsense going on, and you look at regular people also, they have nonsense. What? Why? So, and if you look at the celebrities, like, those babysitters are not bad looking, so do you particularly hire them so that it's easier for you to have an extramarital affair at home, right under your roof? It's easy accessibility, like, for real? Whatever. Okay, so we have a young girl and a young boy, so yeah, okay, and then okay, argument, shouting, locked in battle, there's a lot of fighting, you have the fool card, and you have this in the reverse. Yeah. I am going to go out and say that yes, there is definitely something to do with the babysitter. I am sure there was something involved, some involvement of her in this situation. Am I going to say she was responsible in eliminating Michael? I'm not going to go that far. But there's a lot of arguments regarding her and about her, and she too. I will go so far as to say that there is a possibility that, no, I will go so far as to say that at some point in time, she became almost a permanent fixture in that house. Like, so you had the father, the mother, and her, like it is almost three people in the marriage type of a situation, and then throw in the grandfather or the elderly gentleman. So it was, and so that caused a lot of arguments, because as much as the father and mother were into separate people, the mother was very clear that she didn't want this babysitter in the house involved in the bedroom. Meaning, she didn't want her husband to so blatantly be servicing, my choice of words, servicing or vice versa, the babysitter under the roof. She's like, not the babysitter, if you want to go outside and do it with her. But the father was like, pardon my language, but the father was like, screw you, I'm going to do it. And so they all ended up with like, fine, whatever, okay? And then that inauspicious setting, that created an inauspicious or inconvenient, sensitive, uncomfortable setting in the house. Nobody was happy with it, but yet again they were not willing to fix it. So when the mother said, look, you want to do her, man, I don't give a flip, but go outside and do it, don't do the babysitter inside the house. He's like, well, why not? What's wrong? I'm going to do what I'm going to do because you do whatever you want to do. She was on the news, her face, houses, etc. Said Michael came and knocked on door that day, etc. She told him to go and ask what? Kirtana, the babysitter's name is Jennifer Hannah. Yeah, she was involved in one way. Was she directly involved in eliminating Michael? I won't go so far, but she was definitely involved. She too knows something, and she's not going to say Sherilyn Schaffner. Thank you, Sherilyn. Oh my God. How do you feel about Candice and Donwell's pranking YouTube yesterday? I did not know whether pranking you. You don't have to pull a card. I don't know. Kelly B, I don't know what that's about. What do you mean they were pranking YouTube? What is that? Thank you, Biker Baby. Yeah, this is like one of those, easy breezy dresses, but okay. So I don't know about that. Gold star mom. You're killing me, girl. When the neighbor seen the police had a drone over the waterway near the house, he shot the drone down, tried to say he thought somebody was spying on him. Ooh, see? But you know what, Julia XOXO, you're right. I agree with you on that note. It's despicable, but true, some men are, but let's also acknowledge the fact that some women also, man, I mean, they're like that. It's not just the men, the women also behave in a very, canine fashion. You know what I'm trying to say. Hire an elderly lady. Yeah, they pranked a bunch of YouTube saying that Don got arrested, but he wasn't. Somebody who sent me an email. Somebody sent me an email saying that Don was arrested, and I didn't even respond to that email because I didn't do cards or anything. But right away I knew that there was no truth to it. But I don't know about this pranking. I didn't know they actually pranked YouTube. But see, that's the thing, right? People are always like saying, oh, I got it from reliable sources, I got it from reliable sources. Here's what I say about the so-called reliable sources. Why are you protecting them? If you know for sure that it is 100% authentic, right? Put their name out there. But you're like mysterious, reliable sources. I don't buy into that quickly. Unless, of course, there is a gag order that says that their identity shouldn't be, displayed or whatever, then that's a different thing. But this reliable sources kind of mysteriousness regarding that, I'm like, whatever, like put it out there. They pranked a bunch of YouTube saying that Don got arrested, but he wasn't. He is starting to crack. Yeah, okay, let's not get into Summers because this is on Michael. I know everybody's curious about Summer, and I think I will do another reading about her, but let's first focus on Michael because I'm not done here. I want to know how the moon and the Pisces shows up. Knight of Chalices. So we have Knight of Cups, the Empress, and the Empress and the Emperor together. That's okay. So the Knight of Cups, right? The Knight of Cups is, romance, proposals, the young, lovey-dovey energy. And then the Empress, right? The Empress is ruled by Venus. It's about luxury, pregnancy, that sort of stuff. And the Emperor is an Aries card. It's ruled by Mars, right? Mars rules Aries. It's that independence, having that. Four of Cups. Interesting. Y'all. Okay, I'm going to do this and I think we'll wrap it up because did I show you? Yeah, I showed you those cards, so let me show you these cards. Okay. This is okay. Okay, so the Knight of Chalices, it's about the emotions, new energy, new emotions trying to come in, and the Empress and the Emperor. So they, I wouldn't be surprised, are trying to keep up a facade of, bravely we will go forward regardless of what has transpired thus far. We're going to put on a brave front. But with the Empress and the Emperor, they are butting heads. They are butting heads big time. I mean, they are just not happy with each other. And you have the Four of Cups, right? With the Four of Cups, traditional tarot is a feeling of apathy, feeling unfulfilled and that sort of stuff. Yeah, it could also mean surprise gifts, but in this case, there is no surprise gift. They are flanked by the Knight of Cups and the Chalices, so they are trying very hard. It is not working out. Now, I will tell you one thing. The female, the mother, is greatly influenced. Somebody is constantly whispering in her ears. Somebody is constantly whispering in her ears, and she likes that, and she likes to have that feeling of, I can control men sexually, like that sexual dominance over men that's being so prominent. I don't need to keep on harping about that, but here's another thing. I wonder if there's a battle between the babysitter and the mother for the attentions and the affections of the father, and they're both butting heads. I think the moment the mother found out that her husband is going on with the babysitter, she tried her level best to get her out of the house but did not succeed. I feel like the babysitter is a younger version of the mother, and she sees herself in her, so she knows what the babysitter is about, and the babysitter is like, chick, I know what your game is, like, you know, because I play the same game and I am better at it than you. So there is a dynamic going on between the two of them. With the two over here, there's a constant battle, and this guy is stuck in the middle. This guy is stuck in the middle, right? Now he's like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? But he can't take any concrete action, and he at this point cannot make any concrete decision, because he knows the moment he does that, then there could be a refreshed the spotlight could get kind of refocused on him, and they'd be like, it's almost like giving adding fuel to the fire type of thing. He wants to kind of just be like that. He doesn't want to jeopardize that. You know what I mean? He's got away with a lot for years, but okay, I'm not going to read that because that's the summer case. Then we have the Ace of Wands and the Star card. So the Ace of Wands is all about having a new opportunity to go forward. So there's this great need between them to start anew. The father also, I think just before Michael went missing or whatever happened, I think he had reached a stage where he wanted to have a new beginning with the babysitter, and it didn't come about. I think he tried quite a bit to like say, okay, fine, you know, I'm sure there was some agreement between them saying, let me first get a divorce here and we'll start off. And the Star card, right? The Star card is Aquarius, it's hope and inspiration. And he definitely feels like he has a lot of hope and inspiration to start afresh, to want to do afresh with this babysitter thing. But unfortunately, he's left out in the open because he doesn't have the finances right now to cut loose the Empress, that is his wife, and say financially, like, here, take your cut or whatever, you know, they have all the alimony and all that stuff, and say go. And then you have the Knight of Wands, and it's like, see, he's going through this, y'all. He's going through moments of being contemplative, and then moments of where he's like all gung-ho, I'm going to take action, I'm going to go forth. And then you have the Knight of Swords. He's like going through these moments of oh my goodness, Knight of Swords energy. Give me a second, y'all. Two of Wands. He's definitely waiting to make a choice, make a decision, or he has made a decision where he wants to branch off and go this way with the younger one, and the older one goes her way. But he is also flanked by the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Swords, so he is going through a little bit of tough. Look at the cards surrounding him. Look at the cards on either side. On one side he has the Emperor, the other side the Two of Wands. Then he has a Five of Pentacles and he has a Knight of Swords, and at the bottom he has a Knight of Wands. I'm going to draw a card for the top. That's going to determine. He has a Sun card. So I'm looking at it like this. So this is like this, okay? Can you see? Right? Top, middle and bottom. Okay? And then on either side of him, he has these two. And then on the bottom, on either side, he has these two. Okay? Because now the focus has shifted to him. And then I got, oh come on man, I got these two. There is a story here. Seven of Swords and Six of Wands. Yeah, let me put these away because this is not of any thing right now. The focus has just shifted like almost to 180 on the dad. Remember in the beginning of the reading I said the dad's not showing up much, nothing much over there. Now it's completely a Yui. So then we have the Seven of Swords, right? The Seven of Swords, as we know, right, is betrayal, dishonesty, all that stuff. And then we have the Six of Wands, right? In the traditional tarot, the Six of Wands is victory, recognition, and whatever. I feel that the father, because of the dynamics between the husband and wife, he almost felt like his masculinity was not up to par, that type of thing, because she created that kind of an environment for him. He has thought a lot and hard about it. There is somebody who he definitely was afraid for his life. Look at this card. Look at him sleeping with the gun by his side. I feel like the father was afraid that somebody is going to creep in and do something while he was asleep. Why was he so afraid of his life? So I definitely feel that the father was under a lot of anxiety and stress. But see, the father this is on the opposite ends, the father was afraid that something is going to be done to take him out, to take somebody close to him out. And he was very, very afraid of that. And they have been successful because you have the Six of Wands up top. So you have it like that. So Five of Pentacles and Six of Wands. So I feel like, okay, I'm going to wrap this up. This is clearly telling me a story. The father, I wouldn't be surprised, I don't know which state they live in, but would be surprised when if he had firearms and was carrying, license or not, I don't know. If he has firearms and he was carrying, okay. I also feel that he had a vague feeling that something was going to go down, and he was trying to protect himself. I wouldn't be surprised if he used to sleep with the gun by his side. He also knew that somebody was looking in on him and somebody was maybe spying on him, and he knew something was going to be done, either his life be affected or somebody close to him, and unfortunately it ended up being somebody close to him. Now, am I going to go so far as to say this was also a drug-related case and he was picked up and this and that and all that? I'm not going to go so far as to say that, because there is a lot involved in this. I almost feel like the adults were in their own little world with their own dynamics about adultery and all that nefarious activities, that the kids almost kind of fell to the wayside, in the sense that there wasn't so much focus on the kids. I also feel like there is something that's telling me there is a chance that this little kid Michael just walked off and fell off somewhere and got hurt, and nobody was responsible for that. I want to do a reading for that, but I'm not going to do it just now, simply because I am not feeling the push to do it. He is no more. He is no more. He is no more. So because the energy I'm feeling right now is very strongly the father, very strongly the father. Is the father responsible for his death? God, look at this. These two queens are popping up. You see that? Two queens. I'll show you the cards. Lot of anxiety, lot of energy, lot of fighting with each other. I got one yes, but as usual, people ask this question 3 times. These queens, these two, oh God, these two energies. Oh, come on, man. Did you have to do that? Go all the way down there. Hang on, y'all. I just lost a card. Oh my goodness, that card. I don't know the demographic of this family, like, financial demographics, where do they fall? I don't know none of that. I don't know whether the father was working, the mother was working, I don't know none of that. So, but if you are going to be able to afford a babysitter, then clearly you must have some earning, some earning and some income, right? That queen, man, oh my gosh, she's pissing the snot out of me, this queen female. Okay, and then I see these. When cards pop out like this, you guys know, you're all pretty savvy folks as far as divination and all that is concerned. Sorry, I don't know why I'm holding it like that. There. When we have repetitions like this, the energies are really, really strong. Did I show you the, here? Oops. There. See, remember I said a young college-going person? Now I'm wondering if that babysitter is in university. Do we know whether she's studying, she's a student or something? Cases have we seen where it's a babysitter situation? Like how many cases? I'm gonna tell you guys something, okay? I'm gonna tell you guys something. This is probably not related, but I'm just, excuse me. I don't think the father hurt the baby. I don't think so. I agree with you. Who said that? Tanya Stokely. I know, I have a very strong, I doubt that the father didn't do that to the baby. The babysitter is not that young. Yeah, it doesn't have to be 18, 19, 20. I agree with you, Fabiola Flores. She could be, but is she a student? That's the question. So much families hurting each other. So here's what I say. Both my kids, went to school and college, and of course they were thousands of miles away from me, right, in a completely different country, different continent for studies, right, for their higher education. When my younger son went to England to do his engineering, he was 17, and I was like, there was a part of me as a mother who was like terrified and like, oh, you're not yet a major. And of course the rules and regulations at that university where he studied was like he couldn't live on his own. He had to have a chaperone for until 18 or whatever type of thing. And the situation was that he has to have not a chaperone, like a guardian who would go check in and visit on him, and he had to share facilities with somebody else who was a little bit older than him or the same age group, and they had somebody like constantly checking on them, like every day they had to go and they had to kind of call in and say, I'm safe, this is where I am, this is where I go, and that sort of stuff. So there was a lot of supervision, but then again there was a little bit of freedom. So they had their own little bit of freedom, but they couldn't run off and do whatever they wanted to. And there was a part of me that was like terrified, and the other half was like, he was 17 and a half. So it's like 17, not 17 and a half. So it's like, go and do your stuff.
But at some point in time, we have to allow the kids, right? We hope and we pray that we have instilled in them good values and taught them good lessons, and right from wrong and the moral standards, etc. And go and we have to cut the umbilical cord at some point. The one thing I told my kids, and let's face it, look, we can sit here all day and we can preach to kingdom come, but when you go to college and university, you are going to do all those weird stuff, right? We'll just call it weird stuff, all those stuff that university students do. I told my kids, I said, if I ever find out that you guys are doing drugs and doing all that stuff, guess what? I am not going to be sending you one penny for your education or for your stay, right? And neither was their father going to do that. And that'll be the end of it. You haul your butt back home and you start working. If you want to do all that stuff, you do it on your own time. If you want to go do alcohol and drugs, you find your job, and that money that you use, you can use drugs. But oh, by the way, if you are earning and are capable of paying for your drugs and your alcohol, then you have the capability of earning more to pay for your own education. So basically, you're on your own, right? And there was another one thing I told them. I said, look, this whole draw, because all of a sudden, like, your peers and girls and boys and whatever, I said, whatever you do, you keep it in the pants and keep your pants zipped. And my kids used to get annoyed at me when I would say that. Like every Valentine's, I would text, Valentine's, New Year's, Christmas, whatever, right? I would, birthdays or Children's Day or whatever, I would text them constantly, right? And I would always be available on the phone. I never switched off my phone. Till today, I don't. I do have a personal number and I keep it just for my family members. And so I would always tell them, I said, pick up the phone and call me. I don't care what your situation is, pick up the phone and call me. So I told them, I said, you want to go out and date and all that stuff? Yeah, it's fun, go do that, but make sure you take ample protection, and first and foremost, make sure it's consensual. Right? I don't want to get a call and say, oh, your 17-and-a-half-year-old son or your 18-year-old son is now behind bars because he had non-consensual sex with somebody who's also 17 or 17-and-a-half. Well, come to find out, both of you are kids, technically speaking, minors, but now you're going to be tracked. I put the fear of God in them as far as that is concerned. Every time for Valentine's, I would always text them and say, Happy Valentine's, keep it in your pants and keep your pants zipped. It got to the point where my kids would get mad at me, and I would be like, look, the most number of pregnancies happen around that time, so keep that in mind. What I'm trying to say is, this maybe I'm a little bit conservative, I don't know, but this whole thing about, there are cases where we see the husband and wife have a good relationship, and then all of a sudden they have a babysitter come in, and within 3 months or whatever, the husband is having an affair with the babysitter, doing it on the quiet, and then the next thing you know, the babysitter is pregnant, and then the whole thing blows up in everybody's faces. First and foremost, I say to people like that, clearly your relationship wasn't very strong to begin with. Because if your relationship was built on very, very solid foundation, and you really loved your wife or vice versa, it's not just the men who are having sex with female babysitters, it could be vice versa. That's why you are so easily tempted by these distractions and so easy to give into all this nonsense, right? So I would be like, proof is in the pudding. So if you have cheated with her, then there's a possibility, there's no smoke without fire, that you've done it elsewhere too. So I don't comprehend this. Like, how does it just make things easier for these people that there's a babysitter, it's in-house, is easily accessible, so I'm going to go out and do it? Like, I can't even wrap my brains around it. I just can't. So I don't know why I went into that. I'm going to say that she is definitely involved, but I don't know if she is like 100% responsible for Michael's death, and I strongly feel that he's no more with us. Yes, she is. She is involved. See, I get this. Oh my God, I'm blown away, y'all, by the, look at this. You see me shuffle the cards, right? 8. Completion of a cycle, y'all. Completion of a cycle. 100% completion of a cycle. So it's like the infinity. What goes around comes around. So that's weird. I should say what goes around comes around. So I wonder what that means. But I am so fed up of these two popping up. I'm like mad. I'm like pissed. It's all within the family, y'all. It's all within the family. Look, it's all within the family. This is the older gentleman or the father. This is the younger individual. It's all with the family knows what happened, y'all. Okay, the family knows what happened. I see two more, two fours. Here we go. The family definitely knows what happened. Listen, 10 out of 13 cards are, look at that strong, look at that strong Queen's energy, female energy, yeah. So let's, the 8 again, completion of a cycle. Oh my goodness. Yes, this case will be resolved. Yes, so watch out for end of going into the Aquarius sun sign, end of oh my goodness, am I having a moment? End of, I said earlier end of December, but no, it's during the Aquarius time. So Aquarius starts in the middle or the end of February going on, during the Aquarius sun sign time, okay? And then during the Cancer sun sign time, which is going to be next year in June, whenever, this case is going to pop. Wait, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yes, this case will be resolved. Yes, absolutely, the case is going to be resolved. 10s, completions, yes. Oh my goodness. See, one more question I had was, we had the Pisces and the Moon, right? So it's going to be around significant time, Aquarius, Pisces and Cancer. So, and then you have 9, look at that. Maybe 9 months from now. Because 9 is also very significant about the 9 over there. Y'all, here's what I'm going to say. This family is a twisted family, but not so much in terms of the wealth family, like where it's all addictions and controlled substance or whatever. There is sexual abuse in that family, clearly in the wealth family as well, right? We know that. But in this family, I wouldn't go so far as to say there was sexual abuse. I feel like there was a lot of deviant sexual energy in the house, like everybody donkeying everybody else. I can't believe I actually use that word. That's my word, which is equivalent to the actual slang word that is in American English. So everybody's doing everybody else type of thing, and everybody knows about everything. So that's created that's changed the whole dynamics of that house. So in all honesty, it's like, can Child Protective Services walk in and take away the baby? Well, the baby is not being neglected. I don't think Michael was abused or neglected or anything like that. I don't see that much. So CPS will not be involved in this. But it's this whole dynamics within the house that has caused all this drama. At this point in time, do I feel that the Jack energy, which I feel is a young energy, university or something, a young man, yes, I would say it's a young man. And the young female, that is the young girl female, that is the babysitter, is also involved. Now the older gentleman, he definitely has seen something and knows something. Is he responsible for, directly involved in the disappearance or the death of Michael? I would say somehow he's involved. He's also seen something and he's not coming forth with that information. And not because he's purposefully hiding it. Somebody confirmed, does he have military background? Because I sense that there is some PTSD kind of thing going on with him. And he's unable to But I also feel money was given to these parents to kind of tide them over something. And he has said that, okay, I think it's his older gentleman, and he has said that, okay, over a period of time you give me that money back, or something to that effect. Now, by default, all the members in that house are responsible for the disappearance of this child, by default. Okay? I'm not going to say Michael was kidnapped or he was sexually abused at home or something. I'm not going to get into that right now because I didn't see it here. So I will definitely do another reading and we can, figure that out. Ask all those questions. What is the time? It's almost 8 o'clock. Okay, let me see. When the planet go retrograde, anything can happen, just pray and God bless you. Okay. So what I would say about retrograde planets, can't understand echoing really, really bad. I'm sorry, Aquahoma, you need to adjust your volume. Yes, it's a dysfunctional family. Again, having babies at a young age is hard, which is true. Laurie, we Scottish chick, I think you have to see her a message to her email. Yes, my email is in the description box. Please send me an email. Yes, there's a lot of drama in their house. Okay, so I was going to say something regarding that family. I definitely do think this case will be resolved, but like I said, wait around the Aquarius season, a little bit, something's going to pop up with the Pisces, because Pisces is very, very strong energy over here, and then around the Cancer time, Sun sign times, okay? Now, one more thing I think I'm going to kind of wind this down because we've been at it for what, almost like, what's the time? Hang on 1 second. I just want to check. It's 9:24 p.m. in Dallas also. We've been on for almost 2.5 hours. One thing I want to say is I had a very, very nice email from one of my viewers. She sent me an email. I think it's a she. Do I know for a fact it's a female? I don't know. This individual sent me an email very, very sweetly, and oh my God, I so appreciate it. And said that, hey, I want to donate some funds so that you can buy a camera and do all that good stuff. And she or he knows who it is. And I did say, thank you so very much, for your kindness. And the best way to donate is to, of course, spread the news around my channel and to increase the viewership or subscriptions and give me the thumbs up and all that good stuff. And of course, Texas Patriot had also, Texas Patriot, I'm sorry if I've mentioned your name now, but you had also sent me an email and saying, there's nothing wrong in accepting donations. A lot of people do it, and there's nothing wrong about it. And I thought very hard about it because it's a little difficult for me to say, okay, give me the money in terms of donations, right? Because for whatever reasons. If I provide a service and take money, that's business, that's different, but for donations, right? So I really, really thought, Texas Patriot, yes, coffee, yeah, pay for my coffee. Thank you, yes. And the camera, yes. So I said, I really, really need to think about this, and I did take your advice, and also the other lady who sent me that email. And I decided to put a link, okay? It's for donations for PayPal. So let me say something right now, y'all, okay? The premise of this channel is not so much for me to earn a living or make a living out of this. That wasn't my thought. Believe it or not, it wasn't in my brains when I started this channel. Like I said, I have been doing this for over 30 years. And just recently I decided to venture out into, the community, have a bigger audience and go into social media to reach a bigger audience. But I also have certain limitations financially, right? I mean, I'm thanks to God and thanks to, my parents raising me right, I'm not in the poorhouse, but I'm not a multi-gazillionaire or anything like that. Right now I'm financially independent and capable of taking care of myself. But I do not have the spendable money to just go around buying expensive stuff, right? I don't. And I don't want to go and buy a camera, just a cheap camera, just to use it for a little bit, and then that conks out, and go buy another camera that's a little bit. I don't want to do that. I'd rather wait, get my finances together, and invest in, it's like a one and done, invest in good camera that's going to hold me good for the next 2 or 3 or 4 years, right? Of course, models change and everything changes, all that we know. But at least make a good investment that lasts me at least 2-3 years, right? And that will be like a worthy investment. And then at that point, if I can continue to work this camera, I will, otherwise I'll be forced to get something else then. But I'm not going to go and spend $50-$60, buy some cheap stuff just to tide me over for a brief period of time. That to me does not make good financial sense at all. So having said that, I do appreciate every one of you who have donated on these super chats, right? I still don't know how much it is because I haven't gone and looked into it. I do appreciate y'all, and please know that more than any of the financial contributions y'all make, be it super chats or be it donating to the PayPal account or whatever that may be, regardless of all of that, right? Money is what? Money will come today, it will go tomorrow, right? Yes, money is not evil, but being so dependent on money is a whole different thing. We can get into another reading with that, right? But it's a means to an end, right? You know, that's fine. You can earn money today, you can get money today, but the most important things is having good relationships. Like remember I had said, for me, it's all about carrying people with me. And what I mean by that is to be able to have people, when they think about Kirtana, for them to think about me in a positive light. That to me is priceless. It is beyond that camera, it is beyond that coffee, it is beyond that microphone, it's beyond everything. It's like beyond. It's like for me that is the most important thing, because when you think about a person, when you're talking about a person, you have to have positive vibes. You should look at them in a good light. That is like, what is that word? That's like what is that worth, right? It's worth beyond everything. That your reputation, that sort of thing is very, very essential. So for me, that's very important. Who did this? What? Sherilyn, thank you, Sherilyn. Thanks for being you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I do appreciate y'all. I really, truly do. I so truly do. I still haven't figured out how to get that money from my chat into my account so that I can, set it aside. I don't know. I have to go figure that out. So I thank you people, every one of you all. Thank you for your contributions, monetary, your comments, your subscriptions, your thumbs up. I really, really, truly appreciate y'all. And please, this is my request to every one of you out there. First and foremost, let me acknowledge the fact, I'm not saying that my channel is the best channel. People may think I'm full of BS. Of course, we have those comments too. And like I say, it's your entitled to your opinion. But I'm hoping and assuming that word gets around and somebody somewhere sees this video, is able to connect some dots, and something comes up that it contributes to the resolution of the case. That's the ultimate goal, right? That is the ultimate goal, right? Otherwise, what will I gain from doing these cases, right? I mean, really, I don't know those people, so there's nothing that I can gain on those. This is the only thing, to help them. That's the goal. Please subscribe. Please give me a thumbs up, because apparently the analytics of YouTube, which is a whole other game, it does help. So I do appreciate that. And I know sometimes those advertisements that go through, it's like very, very annoying. It's like super, super annoying. There's sometimes I'm able to switch it off, certain of the ads, skippable ads or whatever. I do apologize, but I really don't know how much money that brings me in, probably 1 cent at all. I mean, it depends. I'm told that your viewership has to be quite substantial for you to earn $10-20 or whatever. I don't know, y'all. I seriously haven't gotten into the analytics and all that good stuff of YouTube. I'm like, oh my God, makes my head swim. Yes, I do come from a financial background, but just to sit down and to go through that, I'm like, oh, please, baby Jesus, right? So I don't look at that. It'll come. I will do all that, but right now my focus is on just getting videos or doing good quality work and stuff like that. And people saying that, I had a comment and somebody said that apparently they have made, and I removed that comment. I have actually removed only 2 comments thus far, because I was like, I've had enough of you, go away type of thing, right? They had posted something 3 weeks ago, and I had responded, and then somebody else had responded, and apparently I had responded again. I'm not even going to say it. Their name is PHUCK IT, okay? and their comment was a little bit inappropriate, the language they used. So here's what truly happened. I saw that comment and then I responded, and I had commented, thank you for watching my videos, blessed be, because as you all know, that's almost like my signature. And truly, you know, whatever your comment is, man, I mean, I'm not going to wish you ill because you dislike me or whatever. I'm just going to disagree with you and say, okay, thank you very much, move on next, right? And again, thank you for watching my video. But a couple of days ago, was it yesterday or the day before, you know, on the sidebar, the comments come up and I clicked it. I didn't see this individual's older comment that happened 3 weeks ago. I didn't see my response to that comment. I just saw that comment, and I basically said, PHUCK, IT, that's the name of that person's whatever username. I said something to the effect of, thank you very much, and now you can PHUCK OFF, because I was like, if you're willing to use that language, then you should be willing to accept that language, right? As you know, you have watched me for the past few months, I don't use language like that. It really pissed me off. Who's that? Lisa? No, Lisa Hogan. Thank you so much, Lisa from Canada. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining us. And so what I'm saying is, I passed that comment because I just saw the old comment, right? I didn't see the timeline, and then I just left it. And then a little bit later, I got another comment from the same individual saying, oh, that was a comment I made 3 weeks ago, and now you're responding. And I had again said, blessed be, now you're cursing me. Well, listen, PHUCKIT, my bad that I didn't see the timeline of that comment and I commented again. So that's my bad. I take responsibility for that. I should have just let it go. Like, seeing the timeline, right? And there was no need for me to comment twice on the same comment. So that's my bad. Second thing is, you seriously think I'm going to waste my time and energy cursing you? Like, seriously, you must be very, very insecure, PHUCKIT. Okay, you must be a very insecure person. Look, honey, I got better things to do in my life. Okay, your bad karma is going to come back and bite you in the behind, bite you in the bum cheeks. Now I'm getting pissed. So I really don't waste my time and energy on that. And this individual had also said, stop scamming people. Okay, here's what I'm going to say. If I want to scam people, that's on me. Why are you so damn concerned about it? Why are you so concerned about it? First off, right? If I want to scam people, I'll scam people. That's my will. Whether people fall for the scam or not is on them. Who the heck are you? And what's your damn problem? You gotta burn up your butt or something? Right? So what's your problem? Are you jealous? Are you concerned? What are you? If you're so concerned that I'm a scammer, go report me. We'll take it up that way. We'll take the legal route. Bring it. I'm game. Like I said, you're messing with the wrong chick here. Secondly, if you're so concerned about me and you want to come on and do all these, pass all these derogatory comments and call me a scammer, then I will at some point in time be forced to take legal action myself, because now it's like slander. Right? So, who else is this? Aquarian 71, thank you so much for your generosity, thank you so much. So I'm like, if you're going to come on here and slander my reputation, you know that doesn't bode well for you, right? Right? So, PHUCKIT, watch this video and hear this, because this message is very specifically for you. So, having said all of this, now I'm going to tell you to hush and go. I have a feeling I know who this individual is. And I wouldn't be surprised. This could be a completely different person. I know, or it could be Mr. Bob coming back in a different avatar. We know y'all. We all know. We can go out there on YouTube and create 800 different profiles, right? We can go out there and create 800 different email addresses. It doesn't cost nobody a damn thing, right? So it could be Mr. Bob coming back and renewed me in a different avatar, or this PHUCKIT could be somebody else altogether. I really don't care. It's like, dude, just go, dude or dudette, whoever you are. It just hush and go, please. Go do something else with your time, okay? Don't worry about me. I mean, don't worry. If I'm scamming, I'll get caught. One way or the other, I'll get caught. Secondly, if you're really so concerned for the general public interest that, oh my God, the real Tarot 1123 is scamming people, go file a complaint in the police station and then we'll deal with it then. I'll deal with you then too, right? Other than that, go mind your own business. Go away, okay? There, enough of that rant. So, I had to say it out to her. Amanda O'Brien O'Neill, blessed be, you are amazing for all you do and I always get excited. Thank you so much. Paula Webb, thank you. Larry and Karma will get those idiots. Absolutely, you know, you're right, they are idiots. No, we don't need to worry about saying that. Did you see the correct email address? Yeah, you guys, somebody else wanted a personal reading and then they had sent, I do charge for personal readings, not all the time. Sometimes I do free readings if I'm pushed to do that. I think they've forgotten. It's the Real Tarot 1123, all in one word, at gmail.com. So be careful, because if you just say the Real Tarot at Gmail, then I don't know where it'll go. But if you make your payments via PayPal, then of course you can always call back for it. There was a situation with another individual, and I'm very, very clear about these things, y'all, because I don't mess around with stuff like that. You know, it's like instantly, it's like if you don't want the reading, you cancel the reading. Look, I will immediately refund your money, because I'm not here to steal your money. I don't need to do that. If I steal $10 from you, you know, karma will get me and I'll probably lose $100 on the back end. I don't want that, right? So no problem. I will refund your money. And again, if you go through PayPal, you can clearly see when you were refunded, when you were not refunded, etc., etc., etc. Now, one thing I will tell you guys right now, because this was the issue regarding that refund. I did the $30 refund I did for a personal reading. I'm not going to mention the individual's name, but here's the thing, y'all. Very rarely do I make book appointments back to back, very rarely. And that happens because, you know, I'm trying to accommodate people's needs, right? So sometimes that happens. I try to leave a gap between both of those readings, just in case there's any overlap, right? And also on occasion, I will own up to it. I may have been a few minutes late to make the call. And the reason could be as simple as either I was outside just getting back home in time, or very simply I wanted to eat, have a meal, or drink a cup of coffee, or use the restroom before I came and sat for the reading. Because as you see, you don't move, you just, except of course somebody rang the doorbell, I want to be like, give them their undivided attention, right? So if I'm a few minutes late for the reading, I apologize. Yes, that has happened and I own it, but I will always call you because you paid for it. It is my duty, my responsibility to deliver that service. But somebody got into a state of panic and said, oh, I want my money back, etc. And I was like, cool, chill, here's your money, take it. But here's what happens. I am not a technical person. I do not know the technicalities of WhatsApp. I've been using it for years. I just get on and dial and use it. Okay, I do not know how the tech works behind it. So sometimes, I don't know why it does this, but sometimes WhatsApp says you have to invite a person to your WhatsApp before you can make phone calls. Weirdest stuff. So then I set it up, I send a text message. You can't call and invite you, you have to do it via text. And if they accept the invitation, then you can make the calls back and forth easy. Sometimes, as weird as it is, you can just dial and WhatsApp will push the call through. I have no idea why that happens. I don't know why, how, I don't know. And every time I have issues like that, I call my kids actually, even though they're overseas, and they're like, Mom, I'm like, help me. And they're like, I don't know. I mean, they're not techs. My younger son, even though he's into mechatronics, he says, Mom, deal with it. Not that he doesn't want to help me. It's probably like via phone trying to fix a technical issue. Anyway, so sometimes that happens, y'all. And when that happens, obviously the call is delayed. Please know, right? Please absolutely know that I will deliver. You have paid for a service, you are going to get that service. If there is a delay like this, don't for a moment, although there are a lot of people, case in point, scammers happen, like this guy or this girl was accusing me of being a scammer. I'm sure there are scammers, we all know, right? People have attempted to scam me, I'm sure we all know, it's a fact of life, right? So they must have gotten scared and said that, she must have gotten scared and said that, oh, she's going to take my money, I want my money back. And that's, I don't take offense to it. I mean, it's your money, you don't want to lose it, I get it. But please, please know that, don't get upset, don't get angry, right? That, oh, you didn't answer the phone, you didn't pick up the phone, I've been trying for an hour and this, that. Technicalities happen, y'all. Bear with me, okay? If you are so very particular, right? If you're so very particular that, oh my God, 20 seconds and she didn't call, so therefore she must be A, B, C, D, E, then I'm not the person for you. Go find somebody else. Please go find somebody else. Okay? And there's another issue I'm going to address. I have given people opportunities because, like I said, stuff happens. You miss it, something happens in life, whatever. This other individual, right, two individuals, remember I said, who didn't show up for their readings, I'm going to say it, y'all, okay? One person's name I'm going to mention, the other I won't, because I already addressed her while we were doing this. Alicia Navarro. I had done a reading for Alicia Navarro. I'm not doing this to drag them into mud. I'm not doing that because they have enough nonsense going on with their lives. But please understand that I'm a human being too. Show me the respect that you would like people to show you as well, right? So do unto others as they do unto you kind of concept. So I had done a reading for Alicia Navarro because of one of my viewers. She had said, hey, do a reading. Her mother's like really, really looking for answers. So I did a reading and I said what I said, and then I got messages from her saying that, I'm going to pass on this information to her mother, or pass on this link to her mother or whatever. And I don't know what transpired, I forgot about it. Then randomly I got an email from somebody saying that, hey, I'm Alicia Navarro's mother, I want to do a reading, can you set up a reading? So I said okay, and did whatever. I said I'm not going to charge you for it or whatever. It's all in the email. I can prove that if somebody wants to see proof. I got proof to back that up. And then never heard from her. And then something happened, and on Facebook, not something happened, and on Facebook I got a couple of messages, set up a time, and called her once, called her twice, called her thrice. She never showed. So I got a little pissed. I said, look, you came to me and you asked me for a free reading. And not for a free reading, you asked me for a personal reading. And I told her in the email, I may not post that because it's a personal reading, right? And you don't show up. She never responded, and I left it at that. And then much later I get a message on Facebook saying that I wasn't feeling well, I'm sorry, I missed your call, whatever. Like I said, stuff happens, so cut them some slack. Then I said okay, and I set up another reading. And in that message, Facebook message, I can prove all that because I have proof of all of that. I had said, let's give it another shot, let's set up another thing. I had told her after the first goof up, I said, look, right now my schedule, I cannot accommodate you right now. Give me a few times, when my schedule opens up, I will set it up for you. So the moment my schedule opened up, I went back on Facebook, messaged her, and I said, hey, let's give it another shot. This is my situation. Currently, I'm not in the US. I'm overseas and I live in Texas, yada, yada, yada. So the time difference, I have to be cognizant of the time difference. I explained everything and I said, you let me know when you want a reading, and we'll set up a time and a date. On the previous evening to the scheduled time, I'll send you a message via Facebook, and then just as a gentle reminder, so we are all on the same page. Never heard from her. Never heard from her. In fact, after the email that she sent me, I went on Facebook and I tried to find her because I said, who knows if somebody is impersonating her, right? So I said, hey, I got this email, I don't know if somebody is impersonating you, I just want to make sure, I don't want the information to go to the wrong individual, so I just want to make sure. And she said, yes, it's me. I said, give me some proof that it's you. So she gave me a telephone number and she said, what more proof do you need? And I left it at that. Yeah, I can go online and research that telephone number and see, whose name is it? It is in. If you pay for those background checks, you can do all that. But I'm not going to be spending $30, $40 doing background checks, man. I mean, I got things to do with my life. I'm not going to spend that money like that. It's like I'd rather spend money and save my money and buy my camera, right? So I don't do all that stuff. I'm like, I couldn't be bothered. And nobody can say, that I did research because the IP addresses will be somewhere. There's always a trace somewhere, right? Electronic trace or a paper trail. I don't do that because it don't matter to me. So I just left it at that. There could be 100 Alicia Navarros, right? In this world, there could be a gazillion other people with my name. Who knows, right? So I just left it at that. And she never responded. See, stuff like this, y'all, please be mindful of the fact, right? Don't treat us psychics and mediums and astrologers and numerologists like we're some kind of a, take it or leave it. That is so not right. Regardless of what one's profession is, every profession has its dignity. Give it its respect. I don't care if you're a public servant out there cleaning the streets and collecting garbage, or if you're whoever else, wherever else, you deserve the respect that you should be given. And the same goes for psychics and mediums and all of that. If you disagree with what we do, or if you think we're all bah humbug, walk away, man. Just walk away. But don't come back on our channels, okay? And I'm sure other psychics and mediums have experienced this and badmouth us and say all that stuff because A, clearly it speaks of your character. Really it does. It's a reflection of your character. Secondly, for people like this lady and some thing, it's like, I'm sorry if you have had bad experiences in the past with people scamming your money. I'm sorry, right? But please know that not everybody falls into the same bucket. Just like not every customer is a hole in the behind. They are good customers too, right? So we have to take it like that. We don't just blindly say, oh, everybody, profile everybody and say all psychics and all mediums and all astrologers are scammers and it's bah humbug. Don't say that. That's not right. If you don't have that confidence in me and say, she is going to do it, okay? If you don't feel, when you look at me like this, when you hear my voice and when you see my videos, if you don't have that 100% confidence in me, don't even bother trying to fix an appointment with me. Don't even bother putting money in PayPal account for your reading, and don't even waste your time going through the whole motion only to say, I want my money back, right? If you want your money back, you'll get your money back, right? If I haven't given you the service. But please don't even waste your time. Why do you go through all that? When I make a reservation in my book, in my diary here, okay, in my diary here, I have, okay, and in my cell phone, because I put it in both, I have reservations, believe it or not, going up until February of 2022. So be respectful of that. If I'm trying to accommodate you, and sometimes I do that, if considering your need or whatever, I do move things around to kind of say, okay, fine, if I have an appointment with the doctor, I'm going to cancel it because I think this needs priority. Believe it or not, y'all, I mean, you don't have to, I do that because I genuinely care. If I sense that that person really needs some help, I will do what little I can to accommodate that and to help. Truly, that is my goal. I don't have to, I could say, I'll take care of it later, but that's not my intention. I have, believe it or not, last evening, my time, I actually had a 4:30 appointment with my doctor. I had to call and say, I'm so sorry, I can't make it. And they were a little upset with me. And I said, look, I'm terribly sorry, but you give me an appointment whenever you're available. And so that appointment's been pushed forth by a week. And I was like, okay, I'll take this, because I had a local person here reach out to me and they wanted a reading because their child, their daughter who's 38 years old, apparently attempted to commit suicide, and she's in a very, very iffy situation in the hospital. So I somehow, somewhere, somebody, whatever, they didn't watch my YouTube channels, but people here know me as well. Somehow they were able to get some connection. Somebody said, just call her. So I get a random local call. And honestly, when the call first came through, I didn't even answer because I didn't recognize the number. And then they sent me a text message, urgently trying to reach you for a reading. And then I picked up the phone and whatever. So that happened. So when I am willing to go out of my way to do this, I do it because of my wanting to help. But please be respectful of the fact that, just because we're psychics and mediums, we are not doctors or scientists or whatever. Don't treat us like we're nobody. Because if you have that attitude, why are you wasting your time in coming to us for a reading? For entertainment? Go take that $30 and spend it on something else, man. Go watch a movie and buy popcorn and have a soda and enjoy it. Why do you want to do it spend it on us and just to go and laugh and do stuff like that. Don't do that. That just speaks very poorly of your character, first thing. Second thing, people, please understand, I will not do, okay, this is a rant. What is a video without a rant? I get a lot of emails from folks saying, hey, I did a mini reading myself, okay, or I'm a beginner, or I'm a whatever, learning, or whatever level they are at. These are the cards I got. Can you please ask this question and tell me if you got the same cards? Stop. Stop that right now, and I'll tell you why. First and foremost, I will never do a reading so you can take my little reading, okay, and you can compare it with somebody else. Don't do that. That is so disrespectful, okay? I am not going to do a mini reading asking the same question, see if I get the same cards and email it to you. What do you want? You want me to validate your reading? Why do you need my validation? Right there it goes to show that you don't know what you're doing, A, and you're insecure about it. B, you and I can pull the same cards for the same question. Right? In the traditional tarot, cards have meanings. But how you interpret them and the messages you get downloaded here by your spirit guides and guides will be completely different. Will for sure be different. How then is this going to help you? How will it help you? So please, and I did send an email to somebody, don't take it as me being arrogant or me being a bitch. That's not it. Think about it. Think about what I just said. So if you want validation for yourself, whether your reading, the cards you pulled were right or wrong, I have told people, and I've responded in this email, write it down on a piece of paper, right? Go back, leave it alone, forget about it. A couple of days later, go back and ask the same question and pull out the same cards. I mean, you can't pull out the same cards unless by default you actually go and pick that certain card. Ask the same question, see what cards pop up. Write down what you think. These are for people who are learning. They are the ones who need validation, right? Write down what you think. A week later, go back and read your notes. Your answer will be right there. You don't need me to come and validate that, because there's no way I can validate that. The cards, I can tell you the meanings. If you ask your Tana, what does Ace of Pentacles mean? In the traditional tarot, the Ace of Pentacles means this, and this. That I can tell you. Anybody can tell you. Go online and research it. But when you ask a certain question, the sequence of cards that fall, what does that mean? What is the story that is telling you? What is the story that your messages, your spirit guides are telling you? What is the messages that the deceased people are giving you? What are they trying to communicate? I can't tell you that. There is no comparison. There is no way to validate your answers and my answers. Like, I can't. So please understand that. Please, please, please understand that. I will absolutely make videos, on a regular basis and say, sharing a little bit more information about divinatory systems and all that I do. But at the end of the day, how well connected you are to your spirit guides or not is on you, not on me. So please understand that. I hope I hope this didn't come across as being bitchy, because that's not the intention. I just have to say it like as it is. There's no other explanation or reason, right? And secondly, you watch my video, you go watch somebody else's video, you come to your own conclusion, that's all on you, right? I mean, I'm not saying, oh, don't watch anybody else's video, it's just my video. Heck no, go and do that. I personally do not watch. Believe it or not, I mean, you may think, oh, I guarantee she's on YouTube and she watches video. Heck yeah, I do watch videos on YouTube. So I watch cooking channels, comedy. Just yesterday I was watching Chris Tucker, right? And Cat Williams, I think, some guy, and the music, old music, right? I'm all about puppies and stuff, so I do that, funny videos, and yeah, I do watch. There's certain other channels I watch, like astronomy and all that stuff, I do watch. So, but I don't go and purposefully say, oh, I did a reading on this person, let me go and see what that person did and said and what cards they got. It really doesn't matter what cards they got and what cards I got. How does it matter? These are my messages, those are your messages. It's a big, wide, beautiful universe. There's enough space for all of us. Okay, so I'm going to stop that rant. All of a sudden, all the comments stopped. Or not, or maybe I'm just stuck here. Okay. Yes, just as like going to the counselor or doctor, yeah. If you're still charged, I don't still charge. Like so far nobody has said that. Oh, only one person has said that give me my money back, and I'm like, cool, dude, take it, no problem. So there we go. Kevin Hart and Joe Coy are hilarious. Yeah, I was also watching. Oh my God, see, I forgot. Oh, not Russell Peters. There's another guy of Indian origin, but he was born in England, I think, who did a little show, and it was funnier than heck. Customers pay for readings in advance. If you miss the reading, you really should. If they miss the reading, they forfeit the readings. Business is business, man. You know, you're right, Texas Patriot. I mean, business is business, but you know, I can always say, I'm sorry, I showed up, you didn't, so you're not going to get your money back. I can say that, right? But it's like, no man, that $30, $40, $50, $60, $70 is not going to make a change in my life where, you know, it's going to be like do or die type of situation. Oh, why did I do that? Crazy. I'm not going to do that, but on the other hand, you know, I always will be like, I've never been in a situation where I've said, I forfeited. I mean, you forfeited it. Never. This is the first time in all my years of tarot astrology that I said, and right off the bat, when I got that tone from her message, I was like, whoa, take your money, go be happy. Live your life. I don't need that. Thank you very much. And then she emailed me back and she said, I'm sorry, I apologize, that's not what I meant. I'm like, you know, once that little bit of I sense that kind of weird energy, I don't want to have anything to do with it. I'm like, I'm good, man, it's good. I mean, there are other people, feel free, go. I mean, I'm sorry that this transpired, but once I get that negative energy, I'm good. And once, twice, I'll give it a shot, and then I don't need to fall all over myself for that. It's not a good fit. It's not a good fit. So leave it, right? So thank you for your time tonight, and thank you for your honesty. Will make yourself laughing, yeah. Listen to my rants. All right, people, I'm going to stop this because this rant can go on forever and a day. One thing I want to say, y'all know, right, that I'm scheduling live streams for every Friday. I think next Friday I had said that the subject is going to be religion. It's going to be interesting. Please know one more time, I am not doing that because I have a particular agenda, or I'm trying to push my religion or my faith on y'all, or I'm trying to bash somebody, or that's not the case at all. It's just a general subject about organized religion the world over, right? And how that has evolved, how people, you know, that sort of a thing. One other thing I'm going to do is, I think I might do it in the next couple of days. I might do another smaller, I might put up another live stream, and I'll let you know. I need to think about whether I want to keep it for a Friday or do it right now. A lot of people have asked me, a lot of my I shouldn't say customers, but my clientele, there are a couple of them who are like big into the financial markets. I will not mention their name because, you know, nobody needs to know. They come to me on a regular, it's like every 6 months, literally every 6 months. Although I do the yearly readings and all that for them, they still literally every 6 months they'll be like, hey, we have something new we are wanting to do, can you fit us in some time? And those readings, y'all, it takes 2-3 hours. So, and I enjoy it too, because I again come from the financial markets, right, financial sector per se, and I understand the business end of that. But coming from and utilizing tarot and divinatory systems and looking at things from this perspective and how it plays into it, it's I love it. I'm in my element. So I am going to do a live stream about cryptocurrency. All and sundry have heard about cryptocurrency. Go and look it up, right? I'm probably, you know what, I think I'll end up doing a live stream on Sunday, y'all. I think I'll do that. How about that? How about we do that? Let me make an announcement. I will go later and schedule it on the YouTube. This Sunday night, okay? Let me confirm that. It will be very, very interesting. Let's do that. Today's what? Friday evening in Texas. For me, it's Saturday morning. So Sunday night, right? Sunday night will be the 5th of September, right? Oh yeah, because wait, 6th is Labor Day, isn't it? Oh yeah, okay. So that'll be perfect because for all you folks who stay late up in the night, you know, you can sleep in on Monday morning. So let me schedule that. So 5th, Sunday evening, 5th of September at 7 p.m. That is 1900 hours Central Standard Time. I will do a live stream with regards to cryptocurrency. This is going to be purely dedicated to cryptocurrency and how the world is changing, and you know, business and money and finances and that sort of stuff. It's going to be very, very interesting. So I find it a very interesting subject. I don't know if it's your cup of tea, but if you would like, please join in. I would greatly appreciate it. And of course, it's going to be a live stream. I may pull a certain cards, but I will also do talk about it a lot because I've already done astrology and all that stuff on the back end for my own curiosity. So I'll share some of that with you guys. So having said all of this and gabbed on and on and on and gotten into a little rant, you all know, right? We have to have a rant. How could we not have a rant, right? Thank you so very much, each and every one of you. Please know I truly, truly, truly appreciate you all your contributions with your just coming and watching my videos, for your comments, and of course for your very, very generous donations. I truly, truly appreciate every one of you. And each and every one of you, I'm not going to go through the names with all of y'all. I don't know, maybe sometime I might get a moderator, but for now, let's just say anybody who wants to come and put some nasty comments, let's just ignore them. They'll just fall off the bandwagon, they'll go find something else, right? So thank you again, and let's keep all these people who are missing in our thoughts and prayers, and sending positive vibes to all of them and to all of you folks. Much love to you. Bye, you guys.